Oh, you're still here? This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito, located at 720 Highway 62 in Wolford, Texas. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast and lunch burritos. They've also got some plates. Tell them JP Lopez sent you. But breakfast burritos are pretty fucking huge, so you better bring a big appetite. They're the shit. Oh, it's you again. This episode is brought to you by Patriot Paint and Construction. They specialize in commercial and residential. They also specialize in drywall and paint. No job is too big or too small for them. Hit them up at 806-544-7199.
Radio Alabanza, porque otra no hay.
I want a ching ching. My grandpa was a disc jockey for that motherfucker. It was on the Slayton Highway.
Oh,
that road going to Buffalo Lake.
Yeah, okay.
Where that radio?
Yeah, it was right there.
My grandpa used to do it on Sundays, Christian radio. And then they moved it to the one by Buddy Holly.
That's the one I remember.
Where the Hebrews is. Yeah.
That's the one.
There's another one right there by the restaurant.
Really? Christian radio?
Uh-huh. And they do like...
Is it
Radio Alabanza?
Espíritu Santo.
They tried to go convert Amanda and Angel.
So what is it?
I don't know what they are because Amanda was like, I don't know, those people came over here. I told them to talk to my husband. And then when they came over there, I was like, they're like, oh, okay, we're just letting y'all know we're your neighbors and stuff. I was like,
so
I don't hear none of it.
There's some people, I'm not going to say if they're friends or family. That's for y'all to decide. But they were...
I'm going to call their name out.
They were Pentecostal their whole life, right?
Okay.
No.
Is it Thomas?
Hold on, Pentecostal's not the door-to-door people, right?
No, that's Jehovah.
Okay, so they were Pentecostal their whole life.
Those are the hoes.
And then like the marriage went south. So the mom and then the kids obviously left the Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
Bro, turned into some fast asses like quick.
Oh, yeah, you get
quick.
If you have structure when you go to a church, and sometimes they'll joke and say it leads into a cult and stuff, but yeah, when you don't have that authority or you kind of like, I don't care what other people, I know some that turned pretty fast.
Because that was, Pentecostal was like you have to go to church in like those dresses all the way to your ankles and shit.
Oh,
There's like no dancing, no music.
Presbyterian, yeah. Because
No dancing, no music.
I grew up with,
no birthday
through
parties.
my friends, because that's like non-denominational. They believe in like Pentecostal was
Presbyterian.
Yeah, because I was like, when you said the long, I was like, wait, that's not...
Yeah.
Because Thomas was wear short dresses.
Yeah. You remember?
You remember.
I couldn't wait for Sundays. The pastor looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with that boy?
Soon as the lifestyle changed, boom, fast asses.
Yeah.
And even the mom, I was just like,
They were ready to let it all out.
Yeah, like they were dreaming about it. In my opinion, like
she's still
So
single.
bring a mop
from
around
one
there.
day to the next.
Follow the drip.
I mean, your tits are all out in every picture you post. You're like, what the fuck?
Can you send me her information, please?
Follow me at
I'm gonna bring her back to the church. I'm gonna bring her back.
I'm gonna save her.
Follow me out at titsarout.com.
Maybe it was always in them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, I jokingly say I learned a lot of dirty shit at church. Now, you obviously, because I was a teenager, I was brought in through friends from Cavazos, so their families were
What
in it.
friends?
Give me some names.
I need some names, man.
Oh man, we did some.
How we gonna say
We can
people
edit it,
if we
we can
don't know who they are?
We did some crazy stuff. I tell you that much, bro. Church, yeah. That's where I learned a lot of crazy stuff, man. Shout out to a lot of.
I never thought the church was gonna be doing that, man.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Doing fast ass shit?
Yeah, you know.
I
Some
wanted
of the
to.
dirtiest girls I've known.
Small town girls,
in middle
bro.
school, bro, I always wanted to go to a church camp with this
Yeah.
fucker. He'd come back talking about fucking finger blasting chicks and shit.
Allegedly, no,
And I would be
allegedly.
like-
On the pews.
And I'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
What the? Like, next time y'all have filled whatever, holler at me, man, on the road.
We'd have some fun.
You've
It's
been
'cause
training your fingers. Fucking, I'm ready. I'm ready.
he was all spreading the word.
This is a lot over here.
He's all, he was doing the Lord's work. He was spreading over there. But
Thomas walks in, hand just fucking swole. He's like, what the fuck happened here?
mira, smell. A lot of it has to do is when you
Fucking
like,
Julie.
When you, I still it broke my friend's heart. A lot of it's, man, you're spending every day with each other, right? Summer times, and then with the Pentecostal stuff, you're doing outreaches and dramas. So when we were kids, man, we'd go to this like Puga's old neighborhood. We would go like clean up and put on like a 2-hour drama bullshit, you know what I mean? And so you're around each other all the time, and that's kind of when the flirtations happen. Everybody thought because I was going to church, I was a good kid, I really was, but I had that devious side too. But you'd be surprised that there's people just like you at the church. And
Yeah,
man, my shout out to Easy, man. I haven't talked to him in years, and he's gone through some some struggles, but he
You
said
can
easy.
reach him at jpay 4698.
He said easy. I was like, I never heard of her. Who is she? Easy.
that was Figure Hut's cousin.
Related.
Damn.
I would go to church to like try, I was a kid, but they would sneak me out. They're like, hey, let's go to the store or something. So I was already, doing mischievous shit. But then you'd have late night parties and Truth or Dare. So yeah, church, I would tell him some of the stories. He's like, well, I was like, dude, I'm not condoning it, but that's why I took my kids out of church. I was like, I remember.
No,
I
can't
just,
not today.
we'll talk about God here tonight.
We're doing the Lord's work.
Well, man, we, being young in the church was
When
fun.
he said he was cleaning bushes, he was cleaning bushes.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that. Yes, sir.
That's why I got into the lawn care service.
I spoke it into existence. Oh man.
Sometimes you pass by Thomas in the empty lot and he's all smelling his
Memories.
fingers.
People are gonna just start honking when they see him and be all, you remember.
I love the smell of fresh cut grass. I ain't shitting you, man. Some of the stories he would tell me at fucking Cavazos, I'd be like, dude, I want to go to a church lock-in with y'all motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, shout out.
And all you, like, there was like 5 of y'all that went to the same church, right?
Yeah.
You, Ruben, Jacob.
I forgot about Ruben. Yeah,
Rodriguez?
Ruben
Regalado.
And he started going later on because he was with Julie. So some of the girls, shout out to the Salazar sisters, man. They were like sisters.
Stacy too, right?
Yeah, Stacy.
Same church.
That's me and her, or like we're to this day still like brother and sisters. But back then, I knew her through church. So her sisters didn't go until later on. But we're around each other all the time. We had the younger generation, Ariel and Ramirez and his brother. But it was fun. I don't want to say it was just all dirty, but I did learn some stuff, man. Like the small town girls.
It's like a 50-50.
Yeah. More 75-25.
He said that church, we teach incest. We all call each other brother and sister.
Man, bro.
Come here, sister.
Those are some
Back
crazy-
in my partying days, if a chick was from Slayton, Brownfield,
See, that's different in small towns. You can get that. But like church blew my mind when you would say stuff. I was like, how? Where's it all happening at?
you just knew you were gonna fuck though. First date.
Small towns? Yeah, they ain't got shit else going on.
my ex.
They're like, dang, your car starts. Oh shit, this is nice. This
Your
is
car
fucking
starts.
nice.
Can you drive me back home?
You don't smell like the feedlot? Never
Oh
smell
my
like the
goodness.
feedlot?
You don't smell like the feedlot.
Because small towns, or the dairy.
Oh
One
yeah.
of those.
My ex-wife's from Brownfield, man. So I should have known. Nah, shout out to her. We're good there.
Fucking hate that.
Yeah, Pace says
Nah,
shit.
she's cool,
Nah,
man.
she's making lasagna there.
Y'all got a beer?
She just started rolling out.
We take a,
This bang ain't gonna cut it, man. Y'all got a beer? Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Oh, man.
So, y'all brought up something that I wanted to ask y'all. You said take your daughters out, for protection. You guys, I don't know how to word it or put it into words. I'll just ask it. How, growing up with your daughter and even now your son, how do you pray over them? And what I mean by that is it first thing in the morning? Is it all day? Is it once a day? Like, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I just do it at night.
Every night?
Yeah.
It's
pray
just a
over-
routine?
Yeah, just to pray, And it don't sound crazy, but to find, it's not that I want to get rid of her, but I just truly believe that a woman, to be complete, you need to be married. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just pray that she finds a good man. You know what I mean? She's not dating nobody, well, at least that we know of. I mean, she don't go nowhere, but
Yeah.
I just hope that she finds a good, solid man.
Man, that's what a
because
father should do. Though, bro.
That's somebody that because she's gonna, I always say that I want her to follow her husband, to be submissive to her husband, and that doesn't mean that you got to be a solid dude. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's gotta
Can't
be-
be
Yeah,
out in
you
the-
got he's got to be vetted.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He just do whatever you say.
Yeah.
But you know what submissive.
Oh, yeah.
What I mean by that. But I want her to find somebody good, man, so that that she has a great life, and has kids, and all these. And to me, those are the most important things. You know what I mean? Jobs, money, all that comes second to finding a partner in life. Because if you don't find a solid partner, man, your life could go either way. It could go down.
Yeah.
So without that person, because it's ups and downs in life. So if you don't have that solid person beside you, that's going to be through the good and the bad, the fire, everything with you, life is hard, man. Really, really hard.
Before we came over here, I was getting ready and TV was on there. Jamie Lee Curtis, one of them, was talking about being married for 40 years and like, what's the secret to it? She's like, you're going to hate each other, but you love you know that sometimes you think of the consequences if you do something stupid outside of that hate. But when you're married to someone, you're with them all the time. You're going to have that frustration, but your love will outweigh that. So yeah, you set a foundation for your daughter, man, and you kind of set that. I was going to ask, do you think you set that bar high?
Man, that's why. Because I don't want her being, and nothing like going to, like, I just didn't want her to be impressed. Like, I take her everywhere. Like, I'll leave her ass at home when we go on trips and stuff. I bring, because I don't want her to be impressed with money or taking trips. The dude's like, oh, I could buy you this, or I could take you here. I don't want that to impress her, and that's what she goes for. You know what I mean? Because that's not going to be, she's like, well, shit, my dad took me to all these places.
You've
My dad
said
bought
that
everything.
several times, and every time you say that, it always reminds me of his daughter.
Yeah.
Because if she had her own social media, like legit, you would think she's a millionaire.
Really?
Because this girl is sushi, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking like just food. Like she lives and she
An
puts herself.
extravagant life.
Yeah, she puts her.
You said
Where I'm sitting in the slums and shit. She's living an
But see, that's-
extravagant life.
And that's the great thing, because then
Yes, sir.
not just it's going to take a very special young man to come into their lives and for them to be impressed and taken by them. You know what I mean? Because they're like, the little shit does not impress me. Taking them to little fancy restaurants is not going to impress them. Taking them on trips is not going to impress them. So now they're going to have to come with more than just that. They're going to have to be a solid person, a good-hearted man, because your daughter's first love is you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the way you treat her mom, you know what I mean? That's why, Angel's grown up with me, so I had to learn how to fight with Amanda. Because before it was like knock down, fucking, I want to hurt your feelings when we get in arguments.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, it's not even worth it. And now, Malachi, if we're going to argue or something, we try to do it away from them.
That's
In the
badass, though.
road
Yeah,
and try
that's
to-
badass.
Yeah, sometimes they can see it in our face, like, I want to punch the other one. But, you know what I mean? You just like, golly, I can't wait till I get you in the room so we can
Yeah.
argue. You know what I mean? Turn off the TV.
And you don't want to set that example for your kids to always be like, or not to always be like, but in their head, they're like, man, my parents are always fighting.
Yeah.
Like that. And then you set that example for them to that's the relationship.
To accept that.
Yeah.
But you gotta, but I do. We don't try to like if we're mad at each other, it's not like, oh, they know we're upset with each other. That's how we handle it. Because I want them to know that it's gonna be problems in those relationships. Everybody, we've been together going on 21 years. And
Amen to that, bro. Amen.
we still get angry with each other, still upset with each other, and that's okay. And I want her to know that that's okay. You're 21 years, you're still going to be upset with the other person, and they're still going to get on your nerves. And I feel like that means you still love them. Because once you're like, oh, shit, where are they at? I don't know. Have they? I don't know. You know what I mean? You just don't care no more. And whatever they're doing, you just don't care. But if you still have that, like, well, I like this, or I don't want to do this. You know, you still got that little, I don't know what you would call that, but
she's important to you,
Yeah,
you know,
you know what I
because
mean?
it would be easy for someone like, you know, on both. It could be easy to try and just say, yeah, I don't want it no more. But when you have something, a reason, you know what I mean, to keep going, and love always outweighs the hatred. I've learned that in my situation. When I first came on here, 2 years ago, I was still kind of on my ex, and I was still going through the hurt and stuff. But you really, a lot of it goes out to y'all guys through the show. I learned to, like, you can. We're not together, but I love her because that's the mother of my kids, man. So I want to see her grow. I want to see her do good. And when she finally stepped up for my kids, I couldn't help but say, okay, cool. She's still for the streets, I would say. But no, it's good that y'all can have that relationship, you and your wife, though. Because with the, you know, your kids can see it. But, you know, when you were talking about you don't want to set that bad example for the kids, I was like that way. Me and my ex-wife, you know, I'm a good guy and I treated her right. But, man, I would be pissed off at her or accusing her or whatever, and I allowed my anger. Of course, that's what I saw growing up with my parents, excuse me, and my brother and his first relationship. So
When y'all fought, y'all threw low blows.
Oh yeah, man. Well, not necessarily her. See, she played the part, man. She acted. Me, I would try to say shit to hurt her feelings because I knew I couldn't put my hands
just
on
cut
her.
her.
Man, I wanted to, and then, you know, I'll be the first to admit. I'll say it. You know, I never hit her, but I put my hands on her. The first time she punched me, I baited her into it. You know, she boom, and I went. That was my excuse to grab her and throw her against the wall. I wanted to, and when I did that, man, I kind of went back to being a little 4-year-old kid, seeing my dad and my mom do that. So I learned from that, and my daughters would see that. So, you know, as much as I talk shit about my ex-wife, man, I had to learn. Like, dude, I had all this anger and stuff, so I didn't want to set a bad example for my girls. But me sticking through it, learning from my mistakes, the girls see that. Okay, Dad wasn't perfect. You know, they always say, man, I want to marry someone like my dad. I was like, no, you want somebody better than me. You don't ever allow nobody to allow their anger to get the best of them and say bad things to you or want to hurt you. So it was tough for me, man.
Yeah, but you matured from that, though.
I had to, brother, at an early age. Like I said,
But what I'm saying is, like, your girls want someone like their dad.
Yeah, and the good parts of me, yeah, definitely. And Genesis,
no one loves them more than you.
Oh yeah, them girls, man.
I can tell you that right now.
And we've been through it. You know, like I said, a lot of times people listen to it. My story, it sucked and stuff. But them girls, they love their dad. But it's cool to see them love their mom the same way now. And they'll still have a little guilt sometimes. Like, well, Dad, I don't want you to think that. Mom, I was like, no, it's cool. We can be on the same part. I did my part. Now she's doing her part. You can love her as much as it doesn't affect me, but we've all grown together. So me and the girls, I've heard you on some of the episodes where some of the guys talk about, you know, we do sometimes we learn from our dads, and sometimes we're tough on our kids. I did that too, but then I had to learn to be the gentle part too, because they didn't have a mom to back them up. But
is it safe to say that you raised your girls like boys?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
safe to say.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Because you didn't know.
And I
you know
didn't.
what I mean?
I went through the phases of having to do their hair and the chongo's real loose and shit like that. And and I think, yeah,
because you always parent by what you know, and they didn't parent you as a woman or as a girl.
yeah.
you
And
just one. He just chose to. His parents didn't want him to. He just chose to dress like that on his own.
but yeah, the girl, and that happens a lot when you see a lot of. I don't know if y'all know other single dads. Sometimes one or two of the kids they attach themselves to dad. I learned that in counseling at an early age, Genesis especially, man. And I always knew she was gonna be gay, but they also said watch out because she's gonna want to be next to you and have your back because the person who you love so much and expected to have your back didn't. So Genesis took that part on, and I'm pretty sure if there are single parents out there, they'll realize that the kids always want to fill in the mom role or the dad role.
Damn,
so I had to raise them
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it sucks, bro, because counseling taught us that. They would tell me stuff, and my daughter would go do it, and I'd be like, oh shit. So I would try and tell her, and they do try to become the mom or the dad.
I'm not trying to be insensitive with this question.
Oh no, go ahead, bro.
But did she ever come out?
Jenny?
Yeah. Or y'all just knew?
We knew.
But what I'm saying is, throughout her life, y'all just fucking
Like
knew.
she never had
So
like a conversation like Dad.
No, with me, I had the conversations with her. I kind of knew from an early age, but once we got into church is when it kind of came out. And we went through a bad point there because she was leading the youth ministry and playing music and stuff. And I guess they kind of got a glimpse that she might be gay. But Genesis never, she was still dressed like a girl, always was a little girl. But she never said, "Hey, Dad, I'm gay." I'd let her know. It was I can't remember the exact thing. I'd be lying if I did, but I think we were coming home from church or something. I was like, I love you the way you are, right? And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't care how you live your life. That's between you and our God." At the time I was really involved in church, but I told her, I was like, "I have your back because I know you have mine." And I was like, I understand if you like girls. And she was just kind of like, she still didn't know what liking was.
Yeah.
She's there. Now she does her thing, but at the time she didn't know what like.
But you knew
sex
before
was.
her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because she was just more. She hung out with boys more, and it wasn't like, oh, she liked these boys. She was like one of the boys.
Yeah.
And me and her were real close. And I think with me and her mom going through what we went through behind closed doors, Genesis was like attached to Dad. But yeah, now she'll tell you, "Oh man, I had a crush on my kindergarten teacher," and I was like, "So did I." So
What was his name?
what was his name? You asked.
He was real cute.
He was cute.
Mr. Lupo. Came back in 7th grade.
No
Was he
wonder you
riding his
always
bike?
walk me in class, Dad.
You're volunteering for everything.
Is there a PTA tonight?
My dad.
That is lunchtime already.
Oh shit, bro. I love it. But yeah. So, but it's cool, man. If there's parents out there raising a single parent, I see it a lot more now. This generation, a lot of dads having to raise their kids alone. And shout out to the single moms, man. Don't think you're doing anything wrong if your kid's going, because they're just figuring out their own emotions. You know what I mean? So
On Mother's Day, do you put on Facebook, "It's my Mother's Day
I
too"?
used to, bro. I used to, bro. I used
Dude,
to.
you see that shit on Father's Day all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, come
Now it's
on.
my Father's Day too. Shut the fuck up.
I hated it at first, bro, because at church people would all be, "Oh, you're a single dad," and it's cool, But I would tell them, right now I don't want to hear that shit. But what I did accept is when I went to Wiener Schnitzel on Mother's Day and they heard I was a single dad, they gave me free schnitzel.
Oh shit!
So I was like, I told them my story. I got free chili cheese fries.
I wanted a Polish dog.
He hit up every winter schnitzel in Lubbock that day.
Yes, sir. That's the trick, man.
Cisco, how do you pray over your kids?
So I was thinking about what they were saying. My thing is in the morning. Like I have a routine in the morning. Like I brush my teeth, I put my clothes on, and I pray over my kids when they're asleep.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my thing. Just pray for protection. Pray from like shit that goes on in school nowadays. Kind of that's kind of
tough,
my
man.
thing. What I
Yes,
do in
sir.
the morning.
God, that's scary. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, my daughter just had a bomb threat. She told me about that.
My
She-
niece in Coronado, same shit. And they lied to her. The fucking teachers knew it was a bomb threat, and they told the kids that it was a gas leak, and we got to go outside to the football
Oh
field.
shit, yeah, that's not cool right there.
That's probably just to like keep them
Yeah, keep
more
'em
calm.
calm, yeah.
Because you hear bomb
Yeah,
threat,
but
active shooter.
If my kid is there, well, shit, my niece, I want to fucking know, like, hey, I'm gonna go get them the fuck out.
Yeah, they lied to the parents or just to the kids?
No, they
To the
they
kids.
told the kids.
See, I get what you're saying, because like if you tell them that, some kids might act crazy,
Rile
like try to
up,
run
yeah.
off on their own or do something crazy. Versus it's the gas leak, everybody let's go outside.
Yeah, it's
what
tough,
I mean?
man. That's
But
some
like
scary
lying
shit.
to the parents is different. Because
Yeah.
didn't they lie or stop parents from going to that Uvalde, like when they were doing that active
Mm-hmm.
shooting there?
No,
They-
I don't know if they lied, but I know they didn't let them pick them
they-
up.
Right? No, but they show videos like there were some parents outside wanting to go in. They were like threatening to handcuff them. and
Oh
take
yeah,
them to
that
jail
young
and
lady,
stuff
yeah,
like
that one woman broke
Yeah.
through and she got her kids out was a crazy thing. Yeah, I know exactly. And yeah, for like what 77
Dude, I
minutes,
just
almost an hour
like
and
I
a half.
said, it's easy to say what I would do if I was there, right? It's easy to say that, and I would like to say I believe because I've been in the service and I've seen infantry guys back out from getting out of a Bradley or Humvee. So I've seen dudes who've been trained back out, but I just, in good conscience, bro, I pray that God give me the strength if I was ever in that situation
Amen, bro. Me too.
to go in and even whatever it took to save those kids. And even if my kids weren't there, just to say, like, I watched those videos of them and I just don't see how you could just stand there, man.
I don't see how you can be a kid anymore. If you're a
not the
kid in
same,
that
bro.
in that school,
Yeah.
like I don't see how you can go back first day of school, like
be excited.
be I just,
Life's forever changed.
yeah, man, for
But
real.
all those lives lost in that school, man.
Just like I told my teacher, my daughter too. Like, for an active shooter, like most of them, what you always hear is that the reason they did it was because they were being bullied. They were treated like trash, and I always teach my daughter, like, you treat everybody like the way you want to be treated. If you see somebody sitting by themselves, you go talk to them.
Yep.
So, well, I was gonna ask, do you think this generation is just weaker?
I don't
'Cause
think-
I remember people getting like fucking bullied, like big times when we were kids, like fucking slapped. Your shit
The
took
football
in.
team member, coach, he's on something.
I used to joke about bringing bringing bullying back.
Right.
But I stopped because I looked into some shit, and these kids, you're right, like they got bullied in our day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they got to go home, right? Now they're getting bullied on social media.
Yeah, but you can't just turn it off.
No, like I mean, but what I'm saying is like
They're addicted to it.
they're
Yeah.
never away from. They never catch a break of being bullied.
I get it. I see it. I don't know, man. I think because I remember on the last episode with David, and he was talking about like, do they really need to go through? You know what I mean? Do you really need to go through all that?
Through
stuff?
what we went through.
But
Right.
I believe you do, man. And I was thinking about what he said. Like, do you really? You don't. But I feel like you wouldn't be who you are unless all the things, good and bad, happen to you, right? So it's easy for like let's say my daughter was saying like I didn't do this or something for her, right? It's easy for a 21-year-old San Juan, or let's say me, right? It's easy for a 21-year-old San Juan to complain and talk shit about his dad, right? My dad was fucking hard on us. And complain at 21 years old because I haven't lived. I had 22 more years of life where I'm at now, and I look at everything different because now I have 22 years of experience of everything that he put me through. And like you said, it's only what they're taught, right? My dad's only what his dad taught him, and his dad taught him. But now I look back, and everything that I thought as 21-year-old is not the same now. You know what I mean? Because I could appreciate the work ethic and being tough on me because this world is not fucking easy. You're right? Because if you go around and you're kissing everybody's ass and being soft with everybody, it's going to be a soft generation, man.
Yep.
And it's going to be a bunch of fucking quitters.
I was about to say, they don't make, well, they do, but they don't make men like our dads anymore. My dad was far from perfect, but they instilled in us. This generation, it has become a lot softer because we were taught sometimes you're going through some shit, deal with it, or even the girls, you write it in a diary. Now everybody's diary is Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
So, I don't like the way I feel. I'm going to put it on Instagram, and then it creates all this other crap. So my girls, I try to teach them, like, listen, I can't force you to be off your phone. You're going to be away, especially now they're all adults now. But I tell them, if something triggers you, have the discipline to turn that off. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Even as a grown-ass man, I have to do that sometimes. I went through phases where Facebook would piss me off. I'd get on there, and whether it's political or just
Battle.
someone I used to be with. But, you deal with it, and I had to have the discipline to stay away from it. You know what I mean? And
That's a good thing.
it's tough, though. I get it, though. I'll come. So at work, I don't have I don't have Instagram or anything on this phone. I jokingly say I have it on my porn phone. So when I get off of work, I'll check my. I got two headphones. That's what my little daughter was saying yesterday.
Is that one for the lotion?
It's my yearly prescription to the X video. It's all free, but no, I try to stay off of it. So when I get off of work, though, I'm on it for an hour or two, checking up. I try and get back.
Dude, it's easy.
It's
easy.
So a little bit of discipline, little steps. So but yeah, it's this generation is more offended than ever. Because I don't say I got bullied. We give each other shit. Pick on my brothers, kick my ass and stuff. It made me a better man. Nowadays, man, you can't tell a kid nothing because you don't fuck what their parents think, but society wants to like, oh well, you're judging this person or you're done. It's like sometimes you need tough love. Whether it's a Theo, a grandfather, or somebody just to get on your show your reality.
Like I'm pretty sure you're tough on your daughter, and there's a way to be tough on them versus being abusive to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a difference.
And that's what I was going to mention because,
Come on,
my
bro.
daughter, she has tons of friends. She's a social butterfly.
Good.
And I mean, JP can attest for this. I'm fucking tough on my daughter. Like, the world is not going to eat her alive. I'm just not going to allow that to happen.
Sure.
And these parents aren't having those conversations with their kids. They're either being ignorant or they're just being delusional with, oh, my kid's not going to do that. My kid, if they get in a fight, my kid knows better. Like, just stuff like that. Because I'll tell my daughter something, and me and my daughter have a good enough conversation that I can sit her down and I can ask her, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
And she'll tell me like, oh, my boyfriend, like he made me mad today, or this friend, she did this. And then I ask her, well, what about your friends? Like, do they have anybody to talk to? And they're like, and they always tell her like, I can't tell this to my parents.
Yep.
Like, I can't tell my mom this. Or most importantly, I can't tell my dad this. Like, I can't go to my dad about my boy problems. And I've always told my daughter, like, I don't want to fucking hear it, right?
Yeah, same here.
I'm going to close my ears. But if you want to talk about boys, you want to talk about sex, you want to talk about whenever you get ready to have that. Like, I'm not the ignorant motherfucker that's going to go around and say, oh, my daughter's not having sex.
Yep.
She's going to wait until she's 25. She graduates college. She has her master's degree. She has her car. She has her own job. I mean,
Yeah, come on.
I was a little fuck boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I know there's boys out there like me.
Yeah.
So I'm having those conversations, and then her friends are telling me shit, and I'm like,
That's good though. That's good.
I'm
That
not
they can
your
open-
dad, but I'll let them vent. I'll let them talk to me, and I'm just here trying to take you to main event, girl. Like relax. But they're just
cool,
talking to
though.
me, and they're like, well, we can't tell. My parents aren't cool. I was like, no, baby girl, I'm not cool. I'm just a good ear.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how to do it, but I can sit here and just listen.
Shout out to
And-
you though, man.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to listen to what you got to say, make sure your voice is heard, because nobody's doing that to their kids.
But
And
it's also how involved you want to be in your child's life.
True.
Because
Good point.
you had a sleepover for your daughter who had her friends, the parents never even met y'all, and then dropped them off to stay the night. Like,
yeah, that pisses me off.
you know what I'm saying?
As a
Like-
man, he's known this, but my daughter will never have a sleepover. Like, she just won't do that. That's who I am. I'm sorry. My daughter knows that.
No,
She
go
won't-
somewhere.
Like
she'll have a sleepover
She'll have
at your
she'll have a
house.
sleepover at my house, but she won't go somewhere else and sleep there. Like, I've lived through, not personally. I'm not saying nothing's happened to me or anything like that. But I've had friends. I've had family members that I've had encounters with people. You would say, there's no way that happened, and my daughter's not gonna go through that. So I'm being probably over dramatic for some people, but my daughter's not gonna
She's
go
better
through
safe
that.
than sorry,
Yeah,
man.
right. And at the kids don't always understand, right? When they're young, like, but Dad, my girls the same way, man. We live across from a school, and but the girls kind of like they can come over with their parents. We go to the park, but it's for same reasons, whether it. Yeah, I was strict on my kids, man. I really was to a degree, but then I also learned to let them. They have to see it for themselves. Sometimes they'd go to their friend's house and they'd call me like, "Hey, can you come pick me up?" And I want to go home, and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Tell me what happened." Or we tell them you can talk to me, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's nothing bad. It's just some of these girls have too much freedom." You know what I mean? And
Literally, man.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and
they have no boundaries.
and my daughter, and of course, my daughter growing up being gay, she could have been, if it was us, we'd have been like, man, I'm field fest, right? A house full of girls.
Sleepover.
Right? But she was like, some of the stuff they talk about, I'm not ready for that, And even as she got older, we like to say she's a little player because she'll have a girlfriend here or there. But man, she understood that. And I guess her mom being the way she was, cheating on us and walking out, she's like, she has a choice. I can either be fast like that, or I can say, you know what, I don't want that in my life. And so far, all three of them have some good boundaries, but they are Rioses too. I gotta watch out for them. them girls are.
that middle one, bro.
That's who I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that one right. She has a little boy. Oh man, that one. Yeah.
She's gonna live that college life to the fullest,
She's
bro.
Pain in the ass, man. They've been in college for 2 weeks, and every weekend I'm picking them up and bringing them back and buying them new stuff. But
You wouldn't have it any other way.
I wouldn't.
I say enjoy it because it's slowly gonna stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Slowly
And
stop, bro.
I tell to the young, the ones that have younger ones, or I see them posting and I'm like, dude, I was the one posting. I raised these girls, but it goes by fast, man. So you do have little ones, nieces, nephews. That with your boy, man. Hold on to those moments because it goes by fast, And you too. Your son, one more year and graduates?
Yeah, he's a junior now.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
But real quick before we start the show, how do you pray over your girls?
It's every day, all throughout the day. Yeah, I'll wake up, and I used to do when they're younger. I used to walk in the rooms and pray over them because little anxiety, but be smoking and smoke me a blunt and then go in the house and be like, I'd say my prayers. And to this day, it's the same. It's almost repetition, but I still pray for them just to watch over them. keep them safe, protect who they're with at that moment. You know, I still pray for their husbands and their wives one day. You know, I do. You know, I hope that they find good men and women in their life and that they learn from their dad's mistakes. So it's a constant throughout the day, man. I prayed for them before I got here. You know, just watch over them.
Yeah. So every morning I pray for protection over all of us every morning, and then throughout the day I pray to the Holy Spirit. Like I'm talking to my friend, you know what I mean? Throughout the day. And then at night when I shut it down, I pray over my family and my friends.
Do you get that peace when you, like I said, talk to the Holy Spirit when you invite them in?
When I do, it's real calming. Mm-hmm. If that means peace. Yeah. I mean, but it really calms the anxiety of the day down. And I'll just be at work mumbling and it'll be me talking to the Holy Spirit like.
Yeah, that's cool, because even when you send us messages and stuff, I'll read the prayers, and sometimes you never know, because there was days I'd be like, I ain't trying to read no prayer right now, later on, and then you go back and you read them, like, that's badass.
Yeah, and I have those days too. And yeah, for real, man.
It's one, and I'll say the prayer, like, somebody, hey, pray for me today, my mom's going through surgery, I'll stop for a second and just, like, pray for this person and their mother, pray for the doctors, you know, because my intentions are to truly let, the person don't need to know I pray for them, but I pray that God does hear my prayers. You know,
but I always ask, what's their name?
Yeah.
When they ask that,
yeah,
what's their name? Because I think that's a generic prayer. Like, I pray for John Doe's mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
Rather than like, what's their name?
Yeah.
And then you'll know. All right, then I'll pray for the rest.
Yeah, that's cool. That's that's what that peace is. That calming. And,
y'all pray for people y'all don't know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, my wife has a book.
Just pray for
Whenever we're talking to people and they're like mentioning, oh, my daughter's gonna go to surgery. When my wife does that, like, hey, what's her name? And they'll say their name, and then my wife will jot it down on her phone.
That's dope,
and then
man.
she'll write it down, and then like I never ask her what she prays about. I feel
cool,
like
bro.
that's between you and God, and she does that.
That's dope.
She'll go through her little book, and
that's dope.
that's something I should adapt. Not thinking about it. Like, I should have my own little book,
Hey,
a little black book.
Hey, you might start something. You know,
Yeah.
That's cool, bro. That's I need to start doing that.
Why do you ask that? You don't pray for people?
I don't pray for nobody I don't know.
Okay.
And just because it's just the only reason I don't do it because I don't know who they are. What if they're bad people? And I'm praying
Good
something
point. Good
for
point.
them,
Yeah.
Right?
You're praying for good for them, for bad people.
For bad
Yeah,
people.
You're pray for
good.
little
You know what I'm
Pookie.
saying? Like I don't. Yeah, little Pookie killed 9 people. He got shot by the cops. Pray that he makes it through. We all praying for little
Free
Pookie.
Pookie till it's backwards. Yes, sir.
But you know what I'm saying though? It's
Yes,
just,
you're right.
That's a good point.
You know, it's just I don't know who. Now, like if I'm talking about like if I just meet somebody and they're like, oh, so and so, and then I'm like, wait. And there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah,
just
no.
to me, it's just like I don't know who that person is. What if they're a pedophile? What if they're a rapist or a bad person?
Yeah.
And then I'm asking God to bless these people that I don't know. Right?
God,
Now,
I never fucking thought of it
never
like
thought
that.
about that.
But but it's different. Like if JP came and it's like, hey, my grandma, her sister, or somebody that you know personally, I know off the character of JP
That's good stuff.
that he wouldn't tell me about somebody.
Yeah.
That was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's different. Like, because I don't have to know that person personally, but off of my relationship with or knowing you guys, I know if you know them personally.
Trust other
99%,
people's
yeah,
judgment.
that judgment. Because I wouldn't hang around with anybody that would be a pedo or anything like that.
Yeah,
right?
because we joked about it just before the show. Like literally, we were saying how someone dies and all of a sudden they're the greatest
they're the
person.
greatest. Everybody-
What did you say?
Rest in peace, little Pookie. He's like, little Pookie just killed 8 people and raped 3 women.
Oh, he burning.
He's burning.
He's burning.
I know he's in a better place.
He's in heaven looking down. He's not looking down. He's looking up. He's down.
But when you said that, something that came to my mind was that just shows that your prayers are intentional, though. You know what I mean? Like you're not just gonna.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Like I said,
You're
when
sincere
I
about it.
mean that. Like,
Yeah, you're
I
sincere.
want them for everything that God has for them to. If it's in God's will for them to be healed, or whatever they're going through to be. If it's not, and God is putting them through a lesson they have to learn, then let that be.
May His will
I
be
pray,
done.
Yeah, let God's will be done on whatever it is. If it's for them not to fucking get that job, or for them not to get those finances they need for a certain thing, and to lose something, let it be. Because down the road, it all I believe everything works.
It's for a
out.
reason.
Yeah,
That's
it's for a
good, man.
reason.
Yeah.
So you don't pray for exact things.
No,
That's dope.
I pray for
That's good.
whatever God has for that person to let it be. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, if and if people are like, "Oh man, I want them to be," if God doesn't want them, it's a whole big plan that we don't understand. And if I truly believe that it's all planned out already, then I'm gonna pray that that's what happens for them.
I
You know
love
what
that,
mean?
bro.
Pray
That's
for
awesome
them.
because
I
what's
love
that
it.
song? Like I thank God for unanswered prayers.
Oh,
Yeah,
Garth
'cause-
Brooks.
Garth
because
Brooks,
there's
for sure.
blessings in that. You
Yeah,
know what I
real,
mean?
bro.
Like you didn't even know what the fuck you wanted, and then you didn't get it, and then later on you're like, "Fuck, it was a blessing that I didn't get that shit."
Because I would have been married to Erica Duarte.
You prayed to be married to
I prayed, dude. I
in
wanted to-
7th grade.
Dude, in seventh grade, bro.
Shout out Erica, man.
That was my first, like, I really, really liked this girl,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, what I thought was love
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
back then, right?
yeah.
I thought, I was like, I'm going to marry this girl. I'm going to have 2.5 kids.
House on the hill.
Yeah, house on the hill.
I see where you went there.
Little dog, a designer dog, and a mutt. So we stay hood.
White picket fence.
I feel you though. Yeah.
We're gonna be living at her mom's house, but I'm gonna paint the fence white.
And she ain't gonna work, and I ain't gonna work either.
But you know what I mean?
We're just gonna live off love.
We're gonna give off love.
We're gonna be starving. We're gonna be about 86 pounds each, but it's gonna be okay.
That sounds like my first marriage.
But everything worked out right. But now she's happily married and living her great life somewhere.
yeah.
And I'm happily, everything worked out as it was supposed
For
to.
real, though, right,
You know
right,
what I
yeah.
mean?
It was all God's plan.
But at that moment, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, seriously,
That's
bro.
who I thought my whole. That's why I was saying, how old was I in 7th grade? Mine is flunking 4th.
12. My daughter's 13. And
I
she's
was
in
19 years old, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I got to hold back some years.
Yeah,
No, but you get what I'm
7th
saying?
grade is 12, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were
I'm
like 13?
13 years
Yeah,
old.
I
So
remember
I'm
that stuff though,
thinking,
man.
I have it all planned. This is what my thought process was,
Yeah,
right?
for real
Now
though,
that
right?
I'm, then when I was 21, it was different. And now I'm 40. And then probably when I'm 60, it's going to be different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because all these different things change your point of view. You know what I mean?
That
So-
experience, man, was the
yeah.
best teacher, bro. You know,
best thing, man.
that's cool that you can look back at. Because I was the same way. You know, the '90s music had a lot to do with the New Edition and all
Oh, I
that
thought you
stuff.
were going to say Me Too with Erica.
Me too. Oh no, no. We were friends and we dated for like a month and a half.
On that note, we'll start the show.
You didn't know what to say. It was like, I didn't know you knew.
Okay, here we go.
All you ladies, pull your chi-chis out. This is the JP Lopez Show. Also, if you're a transgender, pull your pecker out. This is the JP Lopez Show.
What is up? Thank you for tuning back in the JP Lopez Show. What's up? We went off the rails a little bit. I tripped out on this YouTube comment. It was like 2 weeks ago. He goes, "Damn, dude, I'm listening to y'all talk," and it's like 40 minutes go by, and he's like, "Hey, let's start the show." And we just did the same shit. Oh shit! Fucking A, man. So we have officially started the show. We're about an hour deep in this motherfucker.
Hour and 15 minutes in. Check out the YouTube.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Oh man! So thanks for coming on, guys. I know I don't have any kinds of fucking topics. We're just gonna rip it off the fucking dome because,
Those are the best ones.
Dude.
I was
man.
about to say, man, we did pretty
Freestyle.
good, 40 minutes. 50
bro,
minutes,
I'm
hour.
on. This will be episode 114, and I've done well with like coming up with like topics and shit. Dude, I was racking my brain, and I was like, I've got nothing to talk about. I was like, fuck it, let's go rip shot. Fuck
Hell
it.
yeah.
Straight from the hip.
Straight up, brother.
I may have asked this before, maybe, or a similar question, but off the bat, off of your dome, was there a certain song that like helped you get through, like a tough time, or even like the song actually painted the exact picture that you were fucking going through? And I'll go first to let y'all think, but when my uncle Enos passed away, fucking A, dude. Like that was my dude, man. Like I think I spent every day of the summer with him. Like even when he had to go to work, he would drop me off before he went to work. Every fucking day of the summer with him. And then like even up until he got married, we were kicking it 2 or 3 days out of the week. And then when he got married, I was going over there chilling like I was their son.
Yeah.
And then all y'all fuckers were going with me, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And when he passed away, dude, it fucking crippled me. And that song from Brad Paisley, When I Get Where I'm Going, fucking A, dude. Like it got me through
That's a damn good song.
real tough times, man. Because I
That's
was
a
just
good
like,
song.
you know what, fuck. He is better off, and I am gonna see him later on. You know what I mean? But it was like even probably now. I hadn't heard that song in years, but I could play it right now. I'd probably go, unless you do.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't have any song?
Man, I was gonna say Two Live Crew, Hoochie Mama.
So horny. Because I was real horny when that song came out.
I still am. I'll listen to the older stuff, the 80s and 70s, and I think I've said it before, but there's a George Strait song that it's less popular than all his 50 hits, but "Cause You'll Be There," and it's basically "I'll see you on the other side." And when my dad passed away, right before he passed away, I would make videos for my aunts and uncles. Before it was kind of popular now, and I would just do it on my computer, slideshows, and try to do edits. And when my dad passed away, I was in charge of doing it because nobody else did. And so I would listen to this song, dude. And I've said it before, but if your listeners, go check it out. It's George Strait, "Cause You'll Be There" is what it's called. And it's like, it just talks about, I'll see you on the other side if I make it. It's going to be a long ride, hard ride, but I'll take it. Basically saying like, it was me having to let my dad go. So when I hear it now, man, it motivates me because I can think of him and not mourn so much. I can think of the good stuff. But yeah, that George Strait song gets me. But yeah, the one you said, Brad Paisley, that's a real.
And y'all know I hate country.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
But that I don't even know how I even heard that song after he passed, and I was like, oh shit, play that song again. And I even went and bought the fucking CD. Yeah. And it was just on repeat for months, man.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's
I
a good
think
one.
that's Dolly Parton too, right?
She may have written it. She may have written it because she's written a lot of the.
But I
country.
think she's on the song.
Is she?
Is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay.
Yeah. There's no song for you.
Nope.
Just Highway to Hell.
Hell, what else?
And when you were serving, was there a certain song that helped you get through that?
No, man.
Not really?
Nah. I mean, when I was serving, all the Mexicans had CDs.
Yeah.
So those got fucked up real
Real quick.
fast. You know what I mean?
Scratched and stolen.
So, the white guys, they had the iPods,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So they would hook it up to thing, and they were playing a lot of metal music. So it was nothing really sappy or nothing really. It was just more like.
We joked about you borrowing CDs, but I remember.
Was it a joke, really?
I remember you were like the first and only one in our group to fucking jam Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
You rocked the shit out of that
forgot
fucking
about
CD.
that.
I didn't like that one. I did.
High school days.
I don't know, man. I just not really nothing like. Because a lot of times we'd have electricity, so fucking couldn't play shit.
Walkmans were batteries, man.
I didn't have one. I didn't have a Walkman. And my friend didn't let me borrow his.
It was y'all's walk.
No, man, not really. Nothing really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Man.
You, Cisco?
No, I mean, I was trying to think. Like, I honestly didn't listen to half the things you were saying because I was like, man,
Yeah,
what's what my one song? The only thing that popped up was sounds stupid because y'all went to some real deep stuff, but mine was more like when I was going through a slump in sports, like what I tried to do to get myself back in, and the only thing that popped in my head was Archie, We Ready. That's everybody's like, we ready.
Yeah.
That one is like the song that always stuck to my head whenever I was going in a slump, whether it was baseball or soccer. That's what I would listen to get me back into it and just get me to back into my into focus.
So Larry Phil, it used to have a long slope, right?
Fuck yeah.
And so I'll never forget, we it's Lobakai. I'm playing for Lobakai. I don't even know who we were playing. But I remember we were all arm in arm walking down that ramp, and we were all singing, "We ready," and then we lost 62 to nothing. We were not ready. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
They need some milk.
That is some good shit, man.
I remember kickoff, and they ran it back, and I was like, "Ah, shit, it's gonna be a long fucking game."
Shit.
Those gas station pills didn't help us out.
No. I'll never forget that. Yeah, we all sang, "We ready," and then nope, we got our ass
Scoreboard 62 to nothing.
I just never really had it. Whenever I was going through it or going through hard times, it was never music for me.
Okay. Yeah.
It was more like I did extracurricular activities to get my mind off of things, and I would just go on a zone. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
that was the way that I cope with going through hard times or seeing stuff going on. It was, I just took my mind off of it by taking stuff, drinking.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and doing stuff like that.
I didn't grow up smoking weed.
Yeah.
But I sure as shit grew up drinking.
Yeah.
And even like tough times, like people turn to the bottle or something. I never did that. I always just dealt with it.
Yeah.
Like I always just dealt with the pain.
And I think we drank. We enjoyed the drinking part, so it wasn't like when we were going. Because I was the same way. Maybe because I hung around with you so much. When I went through some shit, I did stay away from the beer. Of course, seeing my mom and some of the people that I grew up with, I was like, I'm not trying to turn to that.
Yeah, because I relate alcohol to happy times, not horrible, shitty times.
Yeah, that's a good point. Music was kind of my thing growing up because we're poor. My mom, worked hard. She was a nurse.
Music
but,
too, for
man,
me.
I'd put on soundtracks. I can remember working out to fucking the Mortal Kombat soundtrack. The Enigma, the chanting and shit. I'd go run 2 miles.
I was about to say, it felt like 2 miles.
Yeah.
It wasn't 2 miles.
a block.
It was 2 blocks.
2 blocks. But it felt like it, though. That's
I was
what
running to
counts.
Burger King.
He's all checking his pulse. He's all, I'm fit as shit.
Right before I ordered.
Healthy as fuck.
Right before I ordered 2 for $2 Whoppers. Let me get 2 for 2. But yeah, music kind of was my outlet, I think, man. But I listened to anything and everything.
I didn't do music, man. I guess my dad was fucking, like, if he saw me sad, he'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'd just be like, oh,
Fix your
nothing.
face.
Yeah, fix your fucking
Yeah,
face.
that's tough when you.
Or
yeah.
my sister, dude. My sister used to fucking bust me out for everything. All his girlfriend broke up with him. You're crying over a girl. They fucking crying. My sister just like laughing.
You all
They were
giving you shit.
crying over a little fucking girl. I can't even wipe her ass. I'm like, ah, damn. Okay.
Yeah, Dad, he wants a white
What the
picket
fuck
fence.
was that, dude? For real.
What, the white
why
dog?
why was that the go-to
Dude,
for
that was-
everything?
dude.
Oh, I want a girl, or my girl, your girlfriend, you can't even wipe your ass. And then I got a girl, oh, she probably can't even wipe her ass. And like, what the fuck was that? Like, I've seen dads, Chorner's dad can't even wipe his ass.
True story.
But
that
for
note,
real,
we're gonna take a
though,
break.
But my sister used to bust me out on shit like that, so I couldn't really be sad around my pop, man, at all.
yeah.
She would be fucking talking shit, like, being a fucking pussy. I'm like, damn, all right.
But that was like a form of counseling, would you not say?
I guess so. Like I said, I could do. There's nothing that could ever. Well, I don't want to say ever, man, but I've never been able to like just break down. Even when my
that's tough, bro. Yeah.
When my grandparents passed away, because they were the only ones I had. We didn't get along with my mom's side of the family, but I was sad, but I didn't break down. You know what I mean? Like cry or because like when Amanda shit, our neighbor 3 store down when their cousin passed away, she almost had a nervous breakdown.
Damn.
Well, I just fucking with her.
Oh yeah. She took it personal.
But like she's that type of person. Like she takes everything really personal like that. And like me, I just like I was telling you about what she sent me earlier, and I was just like, come on, you know what I mean? And I don't know if that's just like the way because of that, you know what I mean? But it's made me. I just feel like one day, man, I'm just gonna fucking watch a commercial and just start fucking crying.
Oh yeah,
You know
it
what I mean?
happens because
Yeah,
it doesn't. It
I'll just
fucking happened to
break
me.
down one day.
I don't know what happened because I was like you, and my dad was never like hard on me like that. But I could not be emotional.
Yeah.
I had to always man that shit up. But it was in my own head. And then I think once my pops passed, all that shit just went out the window because I legit will be watching a commercial with a fucking little girl and her dad, and then I'll be all like, "Oh shit!" A fucking tear or two will come out. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
So
It happens. It fucking happens. Yeah.
My bro, I was able to always wear my emotions as a kid because I was the baby brother. So I had my brothers like, whooping my ass, telling me I needed to man up. But as they got older, when they were going through their stuff, they could come to me and tell me, see my older brother with tears in his eyes, not crying, but wiping
Tell him,
it.
man it up.
Yeah, like, man up, puto. Then they'd whoop my ass again. But now the relationship we have because of that, it took years, but man, they're able to open up to me more. Even back then, they would see, they kick my ass all the time because I was the baby brother who could, they'd be like, "Why are you always talking about the stuff you're going through?" And I didn't realize it, but that's how I dealt with it. Some of the stuff that I went through personally, I had homeboys, younger, my friends when I was younger, they didn't understand how I could talk about those things that I went through, and neither could I at the moment. But I realized what I was dealing with it. So talking about it. Some people don't go to counseling. Some people have nobody to talk to. Luckily, man, I was the little baby brother that can talk to his cousins and talk to his grandma.
So I think that's really cool, man.
I was blessed,
Because
man.
I'm the youngest out of all my cousins, and so I didn't have, you know what I mean. So they were always in trouble. So it was always like fucking man up. You don't cry. You don't complain about shit.
real, that's tough, man.
You
It
don't
sucks.
cry over girls. Nothing like that. It was just like, and I don't know. It was just normal.
That's
man.
all you knew.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
the
all
way
you knew.
it had to be. And so when things happen, like somebody passed away or bad things happen, they never. And I feel guilty. And sometimes I want to act like I'm really sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But then I feel like, that's
just
fucked
can't.
up. I just can't because it's just like,
You don't want to be fake.
I don't want to be fake. Like, my brother-in-law just passed away, right?
Yeah, sorry to hear
And
about
I fucked with him. I knew him. You know what I mean? We weren't like close or nothing like that. But I see them, and I think I'm actually more sad for my sister-in-law because she lost somebody.
yeah.
And when I see her sad, it bothers me.
Yeah.
But like in general, it does nothing else. You know what I mean? I hate seeing her sad. I hate seeing Amanda. That's one thing that will always kill. Like Amanda is, and my kids are like, if I see Amanda sad or crying, it fucking bothers me. So I want to fix it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's just always where I've been, man. It's like nothing really, really bothers me. I have to go with what the thing you hate, you don't like is it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of grew up the same way because, like, to this day, till this fucking day, I have yet to see one of my uncles cry or one of my cousins cry.
Yeah.
Nobody. All the men in my family, I have yet to see any one of them cry. And we've had some shit that you would cry for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're at funerals and we're just like nothing.
That's how my
like,
brother is,
It's just a
man.
party for us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, now, I mean, JP has seen me like I turned into a little bitch once I had my daughter, but before I never cried. Like my wife would tell you, I was the most like stoic face. Like shit would happen, and I'm just like, oh well, fuck it. And as soon as I had my daughter, like I don't know what happened. I guess a switch just got turned, and now I'm a little bitch for everything.
Hey, thank God
Anytime
for
I
that,
talk
though.
about my daughter, my son, or my wife, fucking waterworks.
Amen, man.
Well,
That's cool.
God
That's cool.
prepared you with the tools that was needed
Yeah.
to have for your daughter.
I
That's
think
what that was.
I think that's cool that someone like you could change because of your child. Oh, it's empty, John Eric. I promise you, it's empty.
This show is presented by Bang.
But it's cool that your kids, they're your reason to do that, right? Like with you, Mijo's your reason now, right? Doesn't necessarily mean you got to break down and cry, but when you smile and you see him and you feel a different way than you used to, that's awesome, man. Because y'all had to be a certain way because of your upbringing, and I thank God that I grew up the way I did. Used to think my brothers didn't like me because they were such assholes to me, but they were trying. They don't. They just borrow money from me. No, but they were They had to be dads at an early age. So, where my oldest brothers are a lot like that. I don't think I've ever seen them cry.
In a sense, your brothers were your dad too.
Oh, without a doubt, bro. Mike, especially Steve, he hated when I would tell him that, but man, they taught me everything I knew, good and bad, and they stepped up when my dad couldn't. But Mike's real stoic like that. Even when our pops passed away, my brothers weren't really talking to my dad at that time, but man, they were just stoic, bro. Like it didn't bother him. But I think when Mike became a grandfather, and he doesn't get to see his baby all the time, but he's a football coach, a lot of traveling, but that softened him up a little bit, And then I guess with our parents getting older, they'll look back and they regret not being able to do so much. And I tell them, I was like, man, you don't have to live in the past. You know, you don't, and you know, you let it go. But it's hard going through it will harden you, but it also, when you have your reason, you know, Malachi, you know, I've seen him soften you up in a
Everybody
beautiful
tells me,
way.
like,
I love that though,
Malachi,
man. That's I pray everybody has their reasoning. You know, everybody can have a Malachi to say, hey, you know, I may have been hard in the past because of the way I was brought up, but now I have a reason not to be so hard. So it's cool shit.
And on that note, we'll take a break. Come right back. And we're back. Cisco can't take off his bra, so we're back.
Let me see. He's selfish.
I'm just gonna let y'all know now. If we're starting the show by this one, we missed a whole hour and 20 minutes. If you're hearing this after the break, then everything went well. Yeah. We had
Everything's plugged back in.
We had some technical difficulties here. So, okay, I'm sitting in my my seats, my season tickets for the Tech game.
Yeah.
And I noticed, like, I don't know why it hit me, but everyone around me is still the same people. But I've noticed, like, I've legit watched their kids grow up.
That's cool.
Like, I used to see them snot-nosed kids up and down, running down, and then
cool,
now
man.
they're like high school teenager kids, and I'm just
badass.
like, holy fuck, man. So I just want to pick y'all's brain and ask this, but because when we were young and our parents were 40, that was old as fuck to us, right?
yeah.
But now that we're that age, do y'all feel old?
Dude, I don't, man. I don't realize how old I got to. Like you said, you see kids. Like I haven't seen like cousins' kids in so long. Like one of my cousins, and then I see them, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's
What
fucking
happened?
little
Yeah.
eight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like holy, I already got kids and shit. I'm like, how fucking old are you? You know what I mean?
When
Like,
did you
holy
start
shit.
fucking? Yeah.
I told you were gonna beat me. But you know that, and then I'm like, fuck, I'm getting. And even now, it's like until I look in the mirror, I'm like, God damn, I'm getting fucking old.
It's crazy,
I
brother.
see the gray in my face and
Yes,
the
sir.
wrinkles, and you know, I get my. And then the conversations we have with each. You dye your hair? No, bitch, I don't dye my hair.
I was gonna say gray. You don't have no damn
But
gray.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That or like my homeboy Cathcart, that's
Yeah.
the DR.
Yeah.
He was like, he's all excited that we're going down there. And he's like, bro, I set us up some Botox. Appointments, right? Man, fuck you. Dude, I was like, are you fucking serious? And he was like, yeah, bro, that shit does wonders for you. And I was like, dog, man, you're fucking retarded. Right? So I just left it at that, or the good word. I can't remember.
Must start it.
Must start.
Must start it. Must start
I
it.
go and I get out. I go take a shower and shit because I'm talking to him on the way home. And I go take a shower and I'm in front of the mirror, right? And I'm like, God damn. Maybe I do.
Maybe I do need some
fucking Like I
Is
didn't
this
realize.
Crosby?
I didn't realize how old I look until this fucking asshole told me, let's do that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. But I don't really realize how old I've really
Yeah,
gotten.
that's
man.
crazy,
I'm
man. Time
fucking
goes by, don't it?
43 years old, man.
I hate gray in my beard.
Yeah.
Like, I just fucking hate it. So I'll get that that Just for Men, the
brush?
shower brush.
Yeah.
And my wife fucking hates it, so I leave it alone now. But I can deal with the gray on top. I just hate how the beard is.
My
with the
dad used to
white.
use shoe polish and shit. It'd be all dripping. I'd be like, Dad, they sell stuff for that. Oh no, for real, bro. Like all jokes aside, when he was younger,
never
bro,
heard that in my life.
My
Shoe
brother's
polish.
literally, bro. He,
Water just beating off of it.
He'd be at the compound, bro. At the compound, he thought he looked good. I was like, "Dad," you see, he just smearing it. Looked like mascara. Oh man, my dad that old man used to use duct tape as a girdle for his women. Oh, dude, I have stories. I've talked about like when I first was on here. He had a 21-year-old chick when I was 23 or 22. No, she was 23. I was 21. The one we went down there to Dallas, and she was. We went out one time and.
So my stepmom.
My stepmammy. But yeah, she goes to the restroom with my ex-wife, and my ex-wife comes back like, your stepmom's has a duct tape girdle. I was like, no fucking way. So we go eat at Denny's, and I was like, Mama Alice was like, hey, are you wearing a duct tape girdle? She's all proud. She showed my dad's cheap as shit, bro.
That still works. Mama?
Huh?
You called her like mom?
Well, there was a joke because we would go places and people thought she was my girlfriend, and I'd be, oh no, that's my stepmom. So I called her Mammy. That was because she's half black, so she was my stepmammy. My dad had all. She was 2 years older than me, bro. Like,
Story just gets more epic by the minute.
bro. It's my stepmammy, bro. For real, dude. So my dad
I can't.
bro. My dad always had women like
We at the JP Lopez show do not
Condone this kind of.
this kind of language, this racist shit.
she was my stepmammy, bro.
She's half black, call her Mammy. What the fuck, Thomas?
It was short for Angel Mammy.
I never called her racist. I just to this day I called her Mammy. Like she was
cool.
she was cool. I have a black friend.
Jesus Christ. I'm over here crying.
Oh yeah, so yeah, she was. Everybody thought they were like, "Oh, your kids are beautiful." I was like, "Those are my fucking sisters, bro."
Yeah, I trip out when you know, like a certain friend or whatever I hadn't seen in a while, and they're like, "Yeah, he's a senior," and I'm
That's
like,
cool, though.
"Fuck, we getting old in the motherfucker." But I don't feel old.
No,
I really
no.
don't. I mean, I joke that I wake up every morning with pain, but I don't feel old.
Well, your spirit, man, you have that that energy. You know what I mean? So a lot of people our age are, like, you can see their posts, man. They're just moping and can't do nothing. So when you live life and you have people in your life, y'all circle, you're tailgating. I was listening to the last one, how you were talking about you're looking at what y'all have created, basically. Yeah. That keeps you going, bro. So if you didn't have those things and a friendship and other things that motivated you to be you, you could maybe fall into those traps. So yeah, it's when I see other people's kids growing up, you know, even your stepson, I seen him through Facebook posts and stuff the years that we didn't talk and stuff. But to see him as a grown man now, it's freaking nuts, you know.
Yeah.
And I have nieces that have kids. I have nieces that graduated college, and I still see them as little 10-year-old girls, and they're 27, 28 years old. But I'm feeling younger, you know, reconnecting with y'all guys. It's rejuvenated me in that aspect, because it's good to have people you can feed off of, and just even watching y'all's families grow and my families grow, meeting someone new. You know, we're talking about outside how you we're doing fundraisers for your daughters and stuff. And, you know, as a parent, it's good to see other parents grinding for their kids and stepkids and raising your boy and shit like that. So,
yeah, but his process is just going to rewind for his son.
oh, yeah. Good luck to you.
It's going to get worse.
It's going to get, yeah, dude. Good luck to you on that. Yeah, how does your baby boy's young?
My son's 4.
Oh, dude.
So he just started sports. He's in 2 baseball teams, 2 soccer teams. So we're busy Monday through Friday. So he loves it. Because I asked him too, because like I don't want to overdo it, right?
Yeah.
You never want to do it with your kids. And I tried to take him off of one team, and he got mad.
That's badass though.
And he was like, "No, I need to see my friend Asher. I need to see
good.
my friend Matt." So, so he's like having fun. It's not like
you're doing it right. Then.
He's doing a sport, and like I don't bitch at him. I never say, "Oh, you could do better." I'm always proud of everything he does, because if he's playing a sport and he's having fun, that's all that matters to me. Yeah. I'm not expecting him to be an MLB player. I'm not expecting him to go to college and play soccer. If it happens, it happens. But I'm there for him to have fun, and it's crazy to see.
That's good, bro. That's cool. That's cool that you can invest without expecting anything in return. That's cool. I like that a lot.
It's Malachi. He's there for fun.
Oh yeah,
not to play.
Yeah, not to.
He wants the uniform.
And
what did he tell you one day? What did he say? It's not my favorite today.
Yeah,
when you told me you said that, I love that.
They have to give somebody to bat for him and run for him.
Can I get a pinch hitter?
Yeah, like,
after the game, he's like, "Coach, did I do good?" I was like, "You did good,
I'm
Mijo."
trying to negotiate with him. He's like, "Dad, it's not my favorite."
Yeah.
I'm like,
when he first said it,
go sit down. Son.
Then what is Roblox?
Roblox. And then his gum.
Oh shit! The big league.
The big league chew,
He
bro.
could have the gum so that was the bribe. Like, hey, if you go up and bat, you know, I'll let you chew gum only for baseball, okay? And so he was like, all right, he'll give it to me anyway.
Yeah, he knew.
Oh, I forgot, because Mom don't do gum, right?
Yeah, she don't do gum.
And
at
I
all.
fucking gave him gum. Oh, I
did that at one of the
about
games
that.
too, and I was all,
Why?
"Oh, spit it out!" Yeah.
Why no gum?
She had a friend from Littlefield. Her name was Amy. Her son was chewing gum, and something happened with his stomach, with all the gum he was eating.
He got caught. Oh man.
And he got really sick, and they took him to the doctor, and they couldn't find nothing wrong. He ended up dying from it.
Damn.
I don't know what it did
Something to his
exactly,
intestines or
but I know it
something?
had something to do with him swallowing the gum. He was a little kid. He was like 4 or 5 years old,
Okay.
and he was.
I can
I don't
remember.
know exactly. The
Now I
whole thing.
feel bad because I put gum in his birthday present.
I know.
I heard about it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Hey, let me talk to you after the show.
Man is outside.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
My
Yeah,
sponsor's mad at me.
And like I said, so she just like, oh, he can't have it, he can't have it. But I'm like, he's a kid, he got to have some gum,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And so it was a bribe thing because it has a little baseball going on. So
Yeah.
I was like, I got the gum, and it worked for a couple games that he actually went out there and bat. He'd run the first, but after that, he was like,
He was good. I need a pitch runner, Dad. Yeah. He's a good
I'd be
kid, man.
angry, man. I tried to get mad, then after a while, I was just like,
He's.
How do I play sports without playing sports?
yes. I just want to be on a team, man. I want my friends, the uniform, of course.
Yeah.
So that was our thing because Angel used to because Angel when she first started playing, she was not very good at all, really uncoordinated, right? Like her dad, fucking clumsy and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fuck, man. That's our kid out there. She's not really good, so she's gonna look good. We got her the new Jordans and
Look the
the
part.
bands. Look the part on the bench.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean?
My baby
Don't
looks
let her play.
good.
Don't let her play.
Why aren't they playing?
So after a while,
that's why.
yeah, sit her down. Sit her down.
Sit her down, coach.
What I tell you, coach? We're just playing the part, man. But she kept trying, man. She kept trying, practicing, and she got really, really
That's
good.
badass, yeah.
good.
Hell of a defensive player.
Yeah.
And so with Malachi, when I was like, okay, so I was like, yeah, this dude. I knew from the first practice. He said, nah.
That first game, though, man, I remember those kids hit right up the middle. Miko slid. Like,
Yeah.
he slid and stuck 2 balls in a row. I was like, oh,
shoot.
shit.
Yeah,
He
like-
got it. He's a good little
I
ball
was
player,
like,
man.
oh, shit, he's going to be good. And then, nah.
Nah. He's like, Dad, I had to show out the first 2 plays. That was it.
I don't know how I would deal with that. I really don't. Because if I like had a kid of my own, obviously Isaiah's my stepson, but he loves sports.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, I'm all for that. But I don't know how I would deal with my actual kid
it's
not
tough.
wanting to play. I would probably be that dad's like, motherfucker, you're gonna play.
Oh, yeah. You're,
Yeah.
Well, I have an older son, right?
Yeah.
He's 23.
yeah.
He wrestled
Okay, yeah.
for McKenzie. He wrestled for McKenzie. And so he was like, hey, Dad, I'm wrestling and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's badass, man. I used to wrestle, too. And he was like, yeah. I was like, no, I wrestled, man. I was pretty decent. I said, so he was trying to show me. I said, let me show you something. Like, no,
Google
that's not
me,
how.
bitch.
Yeah, he was like, that's not how Coach showed us. And I was like, okay. So I'm just gonna stay hands off, right?
Yeah.
And he'd invite me to his meets. So I was like, cool. So I go, right? So I'm like, man, maybe he's gonna be good. You know what I mean? And he was a big boy, right? He wrestled the 225 division.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. Because how they just get beat up, right? And I'm like, okay, it's the first match. So he's gonna get better. All season long, he just got fucking whooped, right? And every time I tried to tell him, like, hey, let me show you something, or this is what you need to do, he was like, you don't know what you're talking about, Dad.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, dude, I was pretty good, man, but I wasn't connected with y'all anymore.
Yeah.
Right, so I had nobody to verify my story.
You needed this
that I was
podcast vid, yeah.
driving. You know, none of the shit was verified. It was just an old man out of shape talking shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck, man. So we go on, and at the last wrestling match, he got pinned again, right? And I said, man, what we need to do next year, man, you already got losing down. What we need to do...
Can't get any worse.
You got that down.
You got that part out the way.
Son, you got character already.
Yeah, 'cause you didn't quit.
Oh,
You take losing good.
yo, son, I didn't lose when I wrestled. I'm not used to this
Hey,
much
I don't know
losing.
what to do, so I'm proud of you because I don't know why, but I'm just you're here. Fuck, I don't know what to say. I'm supposed to say that, right?
I showed up. I showed up, man.
Yeah. So the next year, he said he was gonna wrestle again. I was like, fuck.
Yo, please don't.
I
son.
gotta go to this right in my head because when we wrestled,
What excuse?
it's Tuesday, and I already know the outcome. I had a vision. You're gonna lose. But when we wrestled, I took it serious.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
I wanted to fuck people up wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
But so the next year he was like working out, getting ready for what he said he was working out. So I was like, okay. I said, well, can I go to one of your practices? And he was like, yeah. So I go to his practice, man, and I know exactly why he was fucking losing.
Coaching.
No, fuck no. I was trying to blame the coach in my head. I was like, they're probably trash, and I'm gonna have to say something.
Yeah.
It's him.
He was giving away his position.
Dude, he's fucking around,
Not paying it. Yeah.
fucking with people while they're paying attention,
Oh,
while
shit.
they're going through,
Yeah.
cheating on his reps on the bench and shit. Like, he spent more time watching the fucking coach so he didn't have to do shit than fucking actually just
Me in high
just
school.
watching. Yeah.
That was me in high school.
Tell
bro.
me when he's looking. Tell me when he's looking.
He's like this, and then they're doing it right, and the coach passes him, and he's just like this. And then I'm like this fucking, and then grab assing with everybody, like was the clown.
Well, we were there
of the
too,
team.
cabrón.
Yeah.
We were there
I had the
too.
natural goodness. I was naturally good.
Dude, we would set up on all fours behind someone, and we'd set up a conversation,
fucking time.
a real deep conversation, and then shove the shit out of them, and they'd fall over the.
I don't know how many times y'all did that to me. I'd be talking and my fucking feet just, God damn it.
We're supposed to be at football practice, and that's the dumb shit we're doing.
We have to stop because Thomas was like, do me.
Do me.
I'm not paying attention. Do me. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, that's why he loses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just gave up. He doesn't have it in him to want it to do. You know, I was hoping it was the coaches.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was 100% him. He wrestled half the season and then he finally quit. I said, good, your record stayed the same. You lost.
Your
all the
son,
way
I would
through.
have recommended you do that the first of the season next time. But yeah, working out. I remember working because you were a lot stronger than most of us, obviously. But that also helped us work out more. So like where you had people grab ass and we grabbed ass, but we had good coaching there where we got our shit done. So I
But
can
we were
remember
in competition with
Exactly.
to lift
Oh,
weights,
yeah.
like,
'Cause
you know what I mean?
bench pressing. I can remember y'all were probably the top 2 right in our class at least.
I remember trying to play basketball when he went to basketball. I was like, oh, fuck this.
yeah.
Like, how in the fuck? Because, me and JP were bigger.
Yeah.
And I don't know how in the fuck he
Yeah.
did
Point-
basketball
and he played point
practice
guard, bro. That's
and
crazy shit.
running back and forth. I
Yeah.
was like, nah, the mat's little.
Yeah.
I just got to kick your ass in this little section. I ain't got to change.
He's the one that
line.
got me to try out for basketball because when we play at Georgie's house or
Fuck,
Roy's
it
house.
was you, puto.
Well, we tried out to get. Would you were a
No,
point
it
guard.
was you that made the team
Yeah.
and went to wrestling.
Yeah, true. Well, I made B team. You made A team. Remember? I
But
didn't
it was still you.
Yeah, that left. Yeah, yeah.
And then that's who went to wrestling.
and that's
this
why
fucker.
the
Yeah,
other guy.
because I went, that's when wrestling first started.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck wrestling. I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that shit. And you were like, I'm going to do basketball. I'm going to try out. So I was like, cool, let's try. So then we started running lines or whatever the fuck they call that. I was like, nah, that ain't for me.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm out.
I'm
Yeah.
going to wrestle. We don't got to take our clothes off, right? All right, let's get over there and do that.
Oh shit, man.
I'll never ever forget the trauma that was the whole meat locker for our physical, and the coaches are all just staring at our packages and shit.
When you think about that, literally, bro, like they're cough and they're juggling your balls, and you're just
it's supposed to be you and the doctor, and the coaches are all right there looking at everybody's package. You're like, what the fuck?
I
dude?
came out from the gym. I was like, "Hey, did you come too?"
Hey,
My bad.
hey, did they jerk you off too?
I just couldn't cough.
Did the doctor give you his phone number?
He said something about massaging my prostate.
Dude, it's almost as bad as Ranger physical in the military.
Oh, how's that?
Because you got to get checked.
Everything.
Up your
Oh yeah.
hoo-hoo? For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
And when
Did
so
he
you're
take off his Super Bowl ring first?
No, so you're in line, right?
He's all.
So,
I kept it on.
he kept it on. I said I like girls.
What size ring?
I like girls.
What size ring you wear there, Doc? Fuck.
You're all. Is that a 15?
There's a line, right? There's a whole fucking.
Why
line.
is your zipper going up?
Well, it's a line, and everybody's in there, right? And you're in your boxers, and so it's RIP, Ranger Introduction Program.
Okay.
So, so you have to have a 300 PT score. It's 100 to max, but you have to have that to get into RIP.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck, so I'm gonna do RIP. So I went to RIP, and you're waiting in line, bro, and it's just fucking checking everybody, right? And I'm like, what the fuck, right? Now, their cheeks ain't facing you. Their cheeks are facing the other way, right? And there's just that
The window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're facing the window.
All the drill sergeants are out there. So he's going right, man.
That one, we like that one.
So everybody goes through, and they're like, man, it was fucking crazy, man. So they told me, he goes, the doctor's like, all right, lean over and stuff like that. And then he puts both his hands on my shoulders. And I was like, listening to him, and I was like, both his hands on your shoulders? And he's like, he checked it, bro. It wasn't as bad as I thought. And I was like, both his hands on his shoulders? He's like, I'm just fucking with you. I was like, bro. Because I'm still in line.
You scared shitless,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm still, dude, I'm a young.
I was waiting for this to be a joke.
Oh shit, this is serious. So no, it was a joke.
Right,
But
right,
I'm
right.
in line,
But you
right?
didn't realize, yeah.
And he already went through the thing.
He was forever known as Fruity Booty.
So he goes around and he's waiting. And I'm like, damn, fuck, man. And he was like, it's not that bad, brother. He's telling us, right? And he's like, yeah, man, he just tells you, and then he puts his hands on your shoulders, bro. It happens real quick. And then I was like, his hands on your shoulders? Like, it was slowly catching up, and I was like, wait, hold on, man. Like, is there somebody else there? Like,
He rubs both your earlobes, bro.
he whispers soft, beautiful things in your ear.
You're up, but he does give you KY jelly. Oh,
He
shit.
says, Rangers lead the way.
Oh, shit, bro.
And then you're supposed to say,
That's where it comes from.
But, so that was the joke, right? But I told you what happened. And the reason I took it serious at first when he was telling me, I had my appendix burst out of boot camp, right? In San Antonio. I came from Fort Benning, Georgia, and I was coming on the bus, and nobody picked me up because my bus was like fucking 5 hours late. So nobody was there, so I take off. I get a taxi, and I'm in the taxi, and I tell the dude, who do I write this check out to, right? Because I had checks back then. He's like, I don't take checks. And he pulled over and told me to get out. Right? So I'm like,
Hold on. The bus is late to pick you up,
no,
and
the
that's
bus, we got delayed.
okay.
So
but
nobody was there at the bus
that's
stop
what I'm
in San
saying,
Antonio
like-
to pick me up.
but that's your problem.
No. My first wife wasn't there to pick me up. 'Cause she didn't know when I was going to get there.
I thought like the
No.
military didn't pick you up, and
No,
it was
no.
like,
Yeah, damn.
No, this is coming back.
You're fucked up.
No, this is going
Sounds
home.
like the military.
Yeah, it's about right. It's going home.
Oh, my
right?
bad, okay.
So I get to
Yeah.
San Antonio, the bus stop there, and nobody's there. And I didn't have a cell phone. Like, nobody just had cell phones.
yeah.
So I call a taxi from the payphone, and the fucking payphone, because I'm calling, nobody's answering the phone. So taxi picks me up, and we're driving. And then I'm like, okay. I say, who do I write this check out to? And he's like, I don't take checks. And pulls over, man, and throws me out of the taxi. And so I'm like, fuck, man. So I'm walking, and, man, my fucking side is fucking me up. I'm like, fuck, man. And I'm dragging my shit, right, down the road. And I get to the fucking gates of Lackland Air Force Base. And I'm like, I'm here to see my family. They're in the hotel stuff. But I didn't know what hotel they were.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
My brother-in-law at the time was in boot camp there for the Air Force. And I remember, I don't know how I remembered the conversations we would have when I would talk to him, what his barrack and where he was at, right? So I fucking walk towards it, and I'm trying to remember the conversation, and I find his name outside
Oh, shit,
the
yeah.
barrack, right? And I knock on the fucking door, and he comes out, and he's half asleep. He's like, oh, fuck. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, where they at? And he's like, oh, they're over here. So he goes in there. They have a phone in there, and he calls. They come pick me up, man. And so I go there, and I fall asleep. And the next time, I couldn't lean over, and I'm hurting. I'm fucking hurting. And they're like, you're okay. I said, no, I'm fine. I'm trying to tough it out. They're like, let's go to the mall. Let's go to these outlet things. And I'm fucking walking behind them, just struggling, man. Like, completely leaned over. And then we're in the lug store, and I fucking sneeze, and I black out.
Damn.
I wake up at the Lackland Air Force Hospital, right? And they're like, okay, we're going to run some tests on you and stuff. You get passed out. And I was like, okay. And they run the test on me and shit like that. Say, your appendix burst. We have to take you to emergency surgery. Somebody's going to come in here and do some tests on you real fast. So the dude comes in, and he puts a glove on, right?
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, you have to turn to your side, and we're going to check you, right?
Here we go again.
He's on
Dude,
full body
This is the
cavity.
first time, right? So I'm like, what the fuck, man? And my girl's in there at the time, my first wife. And I'm like, fuck, man. So I turn over.
Put me back to sleep.
She's like, now you know. So I turn over, and he checks me, right?
Yeah.
He fucking checks it, throws the glove away, and fucking walks out of the room. I shit you not, bro. Soon as he walks out of that room, somebody else walks in, right? And he's like, I'm so-and-so. Are you someone? I am, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. He goes, we're going to have to check. He starts going through that whole thing, right? And I was like, no, man. That dude just checked me that just walked out. And he was like, are you sure? And he looks at his little chart. He goes, well, hold on. He leaves, right? He's gone for like 15 fucking minutes. He comes back. He goes, did you get his name? And I was like, no. He's like,
That's the milk tray server.
he goes,
He's handing out lunches.
He goes, I don't know where that gentleman went.
Oh, shit.
But I have to get this sample so I could turn it in so we could give him.
What the fuck?
Shit.
And I was like, you're fucking with me, bro. And he was like, no, I'm dead serious. And my first wife at the time's fucking like, what the fuck, right? And I was like, nah, man. He was like, no, I'm serious. I can go get the doctor and come in here and explain to you what's happening, but I really need to get this sample. I was like, well, go get him. Fuck it. Right? So he goes, get the doctor, because, like, we need to get it. We don't know who will find it, but we don't know who that was, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to turn over again. They fucking...
What? You violated me twice.
They did with me again.
Damn.
And I got the results that time, right? And
It counted the second
they
time.
counted the second time, and, you know, they did the appendix surgery on me and shit like that, right? So
When
they
you
cut me
woke
open.
up, did you have some nice lugs on?
Dude, so, you know, the armies are some fucking butchers, bro.
Yeah.
They cut
They
me
don't give a
open.
fuck,
Yeah, they
huh?
cut me open on that, and when they did my hernia, they cut me up.
Fuck.
And
Took some other shit.
yeah, man, because I've had a umbilical hernia surgery done after that first one because it came back because, you know, I didn't rest on the first one, and when I went to a regular doctor, they just put the little holes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
patch it up, and I'm in and out surgery.
Damn.
But the VA cuts you up, man. Back then, I don't know how I haven't had a surgery from them now, but back then. But yeah, man, I got fucking poked twice.
Damn.
And I don't know who the... And so when I went for rip training, and that dude was telling me that he put his hands on his shoulders, I was like...
Hey, you look familiar.
I'm about to bust into crying. It was the first time I ever really
I did
cried.
break down one time.
Where do I know
had
you
it
from?
I had it suppressed. I didn't know. I had it suppressed.
I know you from somewhere, man.
So I'll tell you,
Let me see your finger.
Yeah, let me smell it. Yeah, that's my ass. That's my ass. I know my ass. Man, smell that finger. That's my ass.
It's me, right, babe?
The glove he threw away?
Yeah, he took
You
it.
should have told him, hey, get all the samples from that glove.
But when it was happening, it seemed like it was happening so fast because they were telling me I had to do the emergency surgery.
Shit, man.
But that's what I say. I have the worst experience because the same shit happened with getting my semen tested for a baby. I went so many times to do that shit in the cup, and they kept losing the fucking cup.
Dang.
And that's not even serious.
No, for real.
They were
Like,
all
for
still.
real.
They were all still in your sperm.
They're all drinking it.
They're all thirsty Tuesdays.
And that's because when you go to the fertility guy, you have to drop your pants, and he checks out your package and fills it and all that shit. Like,
I didn't do that.
bro,
You went to the wrong one.
Yo, I'm never going to the VA again.
no, I need to quit getting my doctors off of Groupon. The penny saver, Craigslist.
No, I wonder why they told me to meet him in the alley. I didn't understand it.
I didn't get it.
Oh, fuck
It says
is that
male, female looking for.
It's a white coat, but it says Amigos.
one? Fucking meat market. Oh shit. Fucking so hard, bro.
Hey, I just wrote, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it
It is what it is. I got poked twice. It's cool.
I've been in that office, and you're fucking working your meat trying to squirt in a cup,
Yeah.
and you hear laughter, and you hear fucking people talking about what they're gonna order for lunch next door, and it is the most uncomfortable fucking place to be
is.
in the world.
How
man.
do you walk out of that?
Dude.
You know what you did.
Dude, they
Yeah.
all know because you got to.
You talk about a walk of shame, bro. A walk of shame. Yeah, because I had to go, like, people said, like, there was this little door in the room that you just put it through. I had to actually walk across the hall into this little oven refrigerator looking thing and put my shit in there and then close it.
They're
and
all
then walk
looking
off.
at you.
Yeah, and then the door opens and it's just, and then it's silent. And it's like, they just watch
You
it.
should have high fived. You should have high fived him right after you beat it. Hey, good job. Appreciate your service.
Because I just walked out of the room, down the thing, and gave it to a lady behind a plexiglass thing.
No, I had to put it in this little fucking container oven refrigerator looking thing. And then what's even like nasty, like fucking completely gross in my mind, there's like magazines all over that little office. And you're just like, How many?
Which one am I picking?
Yeah, but how many dudes
wanna,
have be-
I don't even want to
big
touch them
black.
motherfuckers. You're like, how many motherfuckers are like touching? Oh man, nah.
Yeah, let me get my phone.
And
out.
you know they're not wiping those magazines
Oh,
off.
no, you know,
Nah.
Just imagine, dude.
What if they had glory hole? They had glory hole there. I'd go there every week
You see Freddie coming out.
with this Coca-Cola shirt.
They didn't have 12 bean burritos today. They just had one.
Oh
I
shit!
got you. Not the Freddie we know. It's another
You're like,
Freddie.
man, she's pretty good. Thanks, dog. What the fuck?
She has soft lips.
You hear through the whole, hey bro, did you drink pineapple juice? What the fuck?
This guy checks his fucking semen out every week.
Good diet. Good diet.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man, it's awkward
It's
as
tough, man.
fuck. Like,
3 times, bro.
I can't.
had to do it
I
3
can
times.
imagine. I had to do it twice. I couldn't imagine, but that's because they needed it. I couldn't imagine going every
losing
time
it.
and then losing
You
the
know,
shit.
the Lord looked down and was like, you know what? Give him Malachi. Man has been through enough.
He's tried.
He's been diddled twice. He did the walk of shame 3 times.
It was a cafeteria worker. See that?
I was like, give this man a break.
Oh my goodness, bro.
So Cisco, you're a lot bit younger than us. You feel old sometimes or not?
Well, no. I mean, I wouldn't say I feel old because with my daughter, we had her when I was 21. So anytime we go somewhere with her, like all the parents are like in their 50s. Okay. They're in their late 50s. They're more like grandparents.
Yeah.
And with my son, I had him when I was 30. So they're about our age.
Yeah.
So I never feel necessarily old, but my daughter, she's the one that made me feel old one time. And I think I've told you this before at work, but she, like, I was asked, like, I always try to fuck with my daughter.
Yeah.
Like, I keep up with TikTok, I keep up with the trends.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to be able to, like, one, understand what the fuck is going on. Whenever she's talking with her friends, to be able to
can understand their lingo.
That way, I'm
true.
not the dumbass that they're talking about something.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, huh?
Yeah.
Who wants McDonald's?
Yeah, so I understand what's going on. But then I also like to fuck with her.
Yeah.
So whenever she's on the phone, I'll go in there and I'll start saying, like, the terminology that they're using and shit like that. But one time she hit me with the shit that, like, to this day, it hurts. It hurts me.
Air it out, bro. Air it out.
It hurts me. And she still fucking says that to me. Because I'll just give you the story. She was talking to her friends, and I had a buddy over, one of my old coworkers, and he came in and we were just talking about some shit, and we were talking slang, right?
Yeah.
We were just throwing words out, and then my daughter comes out and she's like, "Ugh, what are y'all doing?" And then I was like, "What?" She was like, "Y'all can't be talking like that. Y'all were born in the 1900s."
Oh shit!
I was like, "Oh shit."
I never thought about that. shit, yeah.
1900s? That's what I'm known as now?
Burn, yeah.
And that fucking hit me, dude. Like, I was fucking mad. But then I was like, oh, that was fucking good. Like, that was good. Like, y'all were born in the 1900s. Like, it's a what did she say? It's a decade thing. No. What did she tell me? It's a millennium thing. Like, you're from the 1900s. Us 2000 babies think different. Like, oh my!
And that's
God.
why you're fucking grounded.
It's like
Your kids will humble
1900s,
you real
bro.
quick, bro. They will humble you real
I
quick.
heard that like bartenders and bouncers, it's real quick for them to check their IDs because they just look for the 19.
Okay.
Yeah, 19, you're good. 19, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they don't even add the math. They just see the,
Just see the one.
the birthday to 19 and fucking out of here.
Now when I go places, they don't card me because I look old, but every now and then somebody will card. I just take my hat off. I was like, my hairline tells you I'm not 21. I'm 18. No, yeah, that's just crazy, man. My kids, they give me shit too because I still feel like I'm young. You know what I mean? I work. My mindset, you know, I feel like we were 21 years old just the other day, and my kids give me shit all the time, man. They remind me of my grays and my hairline receding, and of course I tell them it's their fault, but.
My pops used to dye his mustache and his hair all the time. Fucking dye all over the shower, all over the backsplash
Yeah.
and shit. And it was like he would get pissed if me or my mom told people he dyed his hair. And I'm like, bro, people are not gonna understand you're 60 with jet black hair, bro. Like, That's a given. You fucking dye your hair, man.
Yo, let it go, Dad. Let it, yeah, for real.
Yeah, he would get pissed when you fucking let it be known that he dyes his hair. Like, what the fuck, dude?
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, my girls, they'll tell me to dye because my sides are gray as shit when I let my hair grow, and they'll tell me to dye. I'm like, no, I'm good, shit.
How's the top?
Oh, you don't want to see it. I look like a chia pet.
It's like it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear. I said I'm gonna grow a skullet, just grow it all back here. And I look like Homer Simpson up here.
Where did he grow the Bozo the Clown?
That's what, yeah.
Just on the side.
Look like Homie the Clown.
Do you remember that fucking computer teacher that had those 2 strands of hairs that he would comb
my
over?
God.
And then from throughout the day, you'd fucking
See him
pass
with a
by
comb?
and he would comb it over. And it was like 2 fucking strands of hair, bro.
Remember his assistant? You call him Mr. Julio.
Mr. White.
Mr. Julio. Quit calling me Mr. Julio.
Dude, that was Roy, bro.
Roy,
He had an assistant. His name was Mr. White. Our buddy Roy, God rest his soul, he passed away, man. He was driving him nuts. All week he had been saying, Mr. Julio, Mr. Julio, Mr. Julio. And I guess that day he fucking had it. Just fucking had it. And so he gave us an assignment and shit, and he's like, hey, Mr. Julio. That motherfucker lost his shit in front of all of us, man. He's all, quit calling me Mr. Julio.
I still think about this
And
daily,
like,
bro.
and you know, that's a fucking go home, break down fucking type of moment. And all us kids are just laughing at him like, ah!
Y'all would give him shit about his belt buckle and his sideburns. I was there. I say y'all, but I was part
He'd
of
be
it.
like, Roy'd be like, man, that's a badass hat, Mr. Julio. It was this fucked up, ugly ass. Like, he went to the hat shop, was like, give me your most fucked up hat. I want that one. And yeah, Roy would always compliment his belt buckle, his pearl snap. Like, he was, dude, like, he fucked with him. And
But he didn't know?
he had to have
He
known,
had to
bro.
have known.
Like, he dressed like a 1970s
Yeah.
country western singer.
That
And
was like shit was poured, like acid was poured on him.
Oh, bro. He looked like
and
this.
just fucking
He looked
on
like
drugs
the-
for like 50
Yeah.
years. Nothing was wrong with him.
He looked like the old son of Sam. I remember they had to throw. It was, but yeah, I forgot it was.
And then
I always
Roy
thought
would
it was
just go
you.
in there and fuck with him, man. Like, hey, Mr. Julio, that's a fucking nice hat, man. That's a nice belt buckle.
Quit calling me Mr. Julio.
Dude, my mom's uncle, he used to be bald up here, and he would let all this grow, and then he would comb it forward.
That's what I'm gonna do,
He
bro.
would comb it
What
forward,
does that look like?
dude, and it would just be straight like this, like flat like this,
Like he was emo.
dude. And I would be like,
would be the night. He's all, don't look at my hair, Nico.
I was like,
Let's
and
go
then
swimming. Nuh-uh.
He was old. He was my mom's dad's age, and he had the green tint glasses.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The green what?
They were like glasses
Yeah.
to see, but they had green tint.
Oh yeah, my papa had something like Roy Orbison,
Yeah,
that
man.
singer.
And he worked the feedlot, had a pickup and everything, and he would always comb it, bro.
Yeah.
Those were the blue light blockers back then.
There were the Heineken bottles. Those are-
Yeah, but yeah, he would comb his hair forward,
Yeah.
man. And my
They're
dad,
like, hey, Theo, let's go swimming. nah, fuck you.
little breeze, bro, would just be like that. We're like,
he would flick his wig.
but he would never cut it.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
cut that shit. He would always comb it forward.
Wear a fucking sweatband.
I accepted my baldness early because my brother Mike was going bald, so I give him shit all the time, and I knew it was inevitably I was going to go
Yeah.
that way. And so now my kids, Dad, my little brother, shout out to my brother Drew, he'll give me a tight fade, and he'd be like, "You want me to spray some of that ink stuff?" I was like, "Nah, bro, you're good." I was like,
I thought going bald wasn't shit.
"Yeah.
Like, I always thought, like, all right, I'm going bald. I accept it.
Yeah."
But when Ramos was saying, like, the amount of money in the world,
Yeah.
if he had it, he would
Yeah.
buy a hair.
That's crazy.
And I was like, man, like, fuck. Maybe I am thinking about this wrong. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, because when you see somebody, it does, man, like, I'll show y'all. I ain't got much hair, but it does affect, some people, it can affect their, as a man, it looks,
Yeah.
because,
I can see
especially
that.
when you're young, we go get a haircut at Navarrete's every
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
It does kind of, it make, especially the insecurities of it, a woman would be like, "Oh, I want a man with full hair." So I can see where it does. Me, I just learned to accept it because I was going through my divorce. It's like, fuck, if they like me, they like, if my hair is the the breaker of it, then they weren't interested in me
Yeah.
personally. So, but I get it too.
Yeah, I'm on JP's thing. Like, I guess because I have
Yeah.
beautiful hair that's never dyed. I don't. No, I'm just fucking with you. But like, I didn't see it as really important. Like, if somebody,
Yeah.
I fuck with y'all,
Yeah.
and shit like that, but I don't mean it. I'm just fucking with you. I don't see it as really something big. Like, if I was losing it, but that's easy for me to say.
And I think that's why it didn't affect me nearly as much because I gave my brother shit all the time, you know, and I'd always be like, hey, your hairline's going back. But I knew deep down, oh, shit is going to happen to me too. Yeah. And so it don't affect me nearly as much. But yeah, some kids, man, I always, some guys go bald at an earlier age, and, you know, in their 20s and shit. So it don't bother me nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my family,
Always for people with hats, I'm always like,
my dad still has a perfect hairline. Like
That's
he'll get faded and he'll get the line, and I'm like, oh shit, Dad.
That's what's up, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get
That's
it edged
badass.
up.
That's badass.
That's so. I'm not really worried about a hairline, but I would be. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I were to lose
It'd
my
bother
hair,
you.
it'd bother the shit
would you
out
go
of me.
completely bald or try to like hide to save it?
I would save it.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, I have short hair,
Yeah.
so
Okay, yeah,
it wouldn't necessarily bother me to go long.
Yeah.
But if I were to lose my hair, I'd go long.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cisco's got that Puerto Rican hair.
Yeah.
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 It's thick as hell. So
yeah.
I love
it'll take
Puerto
a while.
Ricans.
My girls, when they talk crap, I was like, your mom has a big ass forehead. Y'all are shit out of luck if me and her are losing our hair and shit. But yeah, it don't bother me. And I get it, though. I do get where, because one society, you know, we want to impress girls and shit like that, but it don't bother me no more. It's just with maturity.
Is there anything that bothers you about like anything about yourself, like body wise or anything like that?
Yeah.
Because I know like guys, most guys don't really give two shit. But I'm just curious.
I had my whole adult life I powerlifted.
Yeah.
And then I always was in the gym. So I always had muscular arms.
Yeah.
As I'm aging, I'm seeing like the inside of my arm get a little droopy.
Yeah,
And I
fuck.
fucking hate it,
Yeah,
dude.
yes, sir.
Like, it drives me nuts. I would literally, same shit like Ramos, he'd buy hair, I'd fucking do a surgery to fucking
Fix that?
Yeah.
Mine would be my legs.
For real?
Yeah.
Because I always wear tube socks.
Yeah.
Gone. I go to the beach in tube socks
Yeah.
and take them off when I get in the water and dry them off and put them right back
Yeah.
on because they're all damaged.
That's
In my head,
crazy.
I would spend money to, but I just
And I imagine, yeah.
And I think because I could get like I've looked into getting like made to look better. I can't get them 100% fixed,
Yeah.
but it would just the damage would always happen over and over again.
Yeah.
The,
The nerves
shit, yeah.
would still be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
So, because even to this day, I still have issues like where the pressure will build up and then one of the veins will bust. So I'd have to get it.
But I thought you came a long fucking way that one time when you came up here in shorts.
Yeah,
Because you never ever fucking
Never
wear
do.
shorts. Yeah.
And like I said, when I do it, they're the tube socks all the way. That's why I always give Thomas shit
Yeah.
when I see him without his tube socks on.
Oh yeah, I got to upgrade.
You need leggings that are tube socks. that are actual leggings.
All the way up. All the way
I'm
up.
gonna buy you some jeggings.
I'm just gonna take those off. They got pockets. Not even pockets, are just drawn on me.
I see San Juan still don't know how to wipe his ass.
Dude, I hired a guy and I fired a guy the same day, right? Motherfucker shows up 30 minutes late.
Oh damn.
It's gonna come back to what we were just talking about, though. 30 minutes late, right? So he shows up. We take off to Leveland, right? So we're 30 minutes late. So that's a 30-minute drive. He waits in the truck with Jay, and I take Rudy inside the job and show him what I need to be done. Then we're there 30 minutes. So that's an hour of him just sitting down, right? Then we drive to Littlefield. It's another 30 minutes. We get there. We go to the restaurant there. We're doing some touch-ups there at that restaurant. I get a call that I need to be back in Lubbock because the roofers were waiting on me. So we come back. So that's a 30-minute drive. So
When the fuck is he gonna work?
right, so
Right,
he's
he's out
worked
there.
about 1 hour. The dude's worked about 1 hour.
Since he started driving.
So we get to the job site and I tell the guys, I'm gonna go pick up the material, rip off these sections, because the roofers can't put the drip mode on into those sections because we're replacing facer parts that were rotting. So they're ripping it off, and I leave them to, and I take off. I come back, and I see the dude like picking that tater tots, and he has a Sonic drink, and I was like, where the fuck did he get that, right? And I was like, that yours? And he's like, yeah. I said, where'd you get it from? He goes, oh, it was already past 12, so I called my girl, and she brought lunch, and we had lunch.
Like governor.
And I was like, so you just took lunch on your own? He was like, yeah. I said, well, call your girl and come pick your fucking ass up because now you don't work here. He was like, for real? I said, yeah, fucking for real. And Jay was like, damn, bro. I said, man, this motherfucker disrespectful ass dude.
Yeah.
I said, just your first day you show up late, and then you fucking get lunch, You didn't even get everybody lunch. You
Yeah.
got
At
the
least give
fucking-
me a tie.
Yeah,
Then
it's
you
for
go-
real.
And then the worst thing, Jay was like, "What?" I said, "This motherfucker come in some tight ass khaki, double cheeked up, flaunting his ass
Out here with all that ass.
all that ass. And then I gotta fire you." Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Jay looked at me. He was like, "Did you just say this motherfucker was double cheeked up?" I said, "Bro, don't act like you didn't see this bubble butt motherfucker
Double cheeked
all day when you were ripping that fucking facer off." He was like,
Long day, damn it.
he was like, "Bro, of all the shit you could have said,
Double cheeked
you
up.
said this motherfucker was bubble butt, double cheeked up in khakis." I was like, "Bro, this dude made me so mad I didn't know what else to say."
We didn't put that on a
But
t-shirt.
I didn't get it. Like, he just took,
Yeah.
and the dude was 22 years old
Yeah.
from the Arnold Benson. And fucking.
But he just decided that 12 o'clock was lunch.
Yeah.
Like
No common
you
sense,
didn't even
bro.
No comment. And
Damn.
it was 1:35 when I got back. Like, he could,
Still, yeah.
he hadn't been working. He'd been in the truck driving with us. And I get it if it's a full day. I would have said, say, you think we could stop by a store and get a drink or something like, and then
Exactly.
and I grab something to eat? No problem. But you just can't take off, go get lunch, come back, and then just like it wasn't shit. And then it's my fault because I, you know what I mean?
No, you did it.
what I want to know is, did he come pick up his check?
No, I didn't even want. I told him to send.
Hey,
me
I worked
his-
for 5 hours.
I told him to send me his Cash App, and I was like, because I don't want to see you, dude.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, because he started getting a little mouthy, right? And Jay was like, don't worry. I said, bro, I'm not gonna. We're at a job site.
Yeah.
I said, but if this dude comes to my crib to pick it, I probably fuck
Fuck
him.
him
Be
up
like,
for real.
look, bro, I can pay you double or nothing. You whoop my ass, I give you double.
Yeah.
I whoop your ass, I don't pay you shit.
yeah.
Let's do that. But so I sent him the money and stuff. But I get some of the craziest fucking employees. I've had a dude work 15 minutes for me and quit.
Golly.
And all he did, we're power washing the house, right? So I had them power wash. I said, I'll be right back. Dropped them off. I come back, and the dude's like this. And Jay's like, he ain't going to make it, bro. And I was like, what? I said, what'd you have him doing? He goes, he just moved the machine for me. I power washed as long as the hose go, and then he would move it so I could do it again. And I said, that's all he did? And he was like, yeah. I said, are you going to fucking make it, though? He was like, yeah. I don't know what happened, right? I was like, okay. I
You
said,
worked.
The dude said he had 20 years experience.
Oh shit.
So I said, all right, start cocking from this corner, come around. He's going to meet on the other side, and I'm going to do all the peaks. And he's like, all right, cool. Dude, I shit you not. He does one thing, and he goes, there's something wrong with it. And I look, and I was like, well, you got to rub your finger across it, bro. And he was like, nah, man, everything went black for a while. I was like, bro, get down, though. Get down. So he comes down. He goes, dude, I don't think I'm going to make it. I said, no, I fucking know you're not going to make it. I said, but we're in Levenland. I'm not going to take you all the way back to Lubbock. We just fucking got here. And he was like, no, I'm going to call for a ride. I said, cool. I said, but go wait over there away from the house, bro. Because you're going to make us look bad if you're fucking sitting on the ground here. So he says, okay. So he goes over there and he grabs one by waters, right, from the cooler. I said, no, motherfucker, that's for people that work. Put the water back, right? And that was the day, it was 107, right?
Shit.
It's 107. So he was like, he looks at me. I was like, no, fucking for real.
Stall him out, Debo.
Because I'm already hot,
He
right?
wasted your time. Shit,
He wasted my time.
What
'cause-
change?
Because I'm dropping people off at job sites or meeting people there, and so I'm busy. I brought somebody.
Yeah,
For
you don't got
nothing.
time for bullshit.
Yeah, so I was like, that's for people that fucking work, right? So he puts the water back. He puts it back, and the dude's our age, man. So he puts it back, and he goes sits on the fence. I said, no, sit on the other side, man. I don't want the homeowner seeing you sitting on the ground because they're gonna be like,
Why is
What am I
the
paying
fuck?
for this?
yeah. So he goes around on the other side of the fence, right? Where the sun's at. Fucking ass. We're working, right? We're working, and Jay's like, say, bro, dude, get that dude a water, dog. It's fucking hot. Because we would stop and get water breaks, right? And I was like, I said, well, give him the water that's been in the truck, right? All hot and shit. I was like, give him that water. And he was like, for real? And he was like, you're fucking crazy. I was like, I don't give if you want him, weak ass motherfucker.
Give him your water.
Give him
that
your water. You damn right.
So he gives him a water and shit, and we're there. And, dude, we're almost done prepping this house. And that's all we're doing. We're going back to Lubbock. And I tell that dude, hey, man, we're almost done. Is your ride coming for you? And he's like, oh, they said they're on their way. I said, look, man, when we're done, I'll give you a ride back into town, man, because we're going to be headed back.
Yeah.
But I said, you can't stay here and wait for your ride. He was like, oh, okay, let me call them. He goes, oh, they're almost close, right? I said, okay. So we fucking finish up. We pack up everything, right? And he's still there. And I said, look, man, is your ride coming? He said, yeah, I'm going to wait for him. I said, we got to wait down the street at the store.
Yeah.
So he was like, for real? I said, yeah. I said, I'll give you a ride over there. I ain't got no problem. So he gets in the truck. Make him sit in the bed of the truck. Now, I'm just being a dick, right? I'm being a dick. So I take him to the store.
You ain't getting under my AC.
I don't got AC. I ain't got AC. I don't even.
None of us had AC
I
that
take
day.
him to that fucking store and I drop him off, and Jay's like, bro, like, you are the worst worker we've ever, like, just straight out tells him. And he goes, and that dude's like, I know, I'm a piece of shit. I said, nah, bro, don't do yourself like that. But think about it, dog. If you would have just toughed it out, you'd be headed home. Now you're going to stand out in the fucking sun waiting for you. We're going home before you. Yeah. Like, just.
And we got paid.
Yeah, we got paid, man.
And I'm drinking water.
And cold water.
For real.
But, dude, I've had grown fucking men, from young kids to grown men, that I don't understand how they don't fucking. Like me, I've never quit. I've never quit a job on the job.
Yeah.
I've gone.
Sticked it out.
Yeah, I stuck it out to the end of the day.
And then not show back or
yeah.
say
No, I called.
Oh, called it.
I did Brick Lane, and they were doing the firehouse over there on MLK, that training thing, and they were building that there. So we had to pull the fucking mud up, and then I would give it to the. I was just a laborer.
Yeah,
so I had to pull that shit up and
that's
then
work.
fill up the shit right all day long, bro. My shit, dude. I don't even think I could hold toilet paper to wipe my ass, bro. My shit hurt, and I was like, the whole day I was like, fuck this job. And everything was like $8 an hour.
Shit,
I
yeah.
was like,
Was
fuck
not
this
worth it.
job. And I was like, I want to quit, but I couldn't quit because there was other men there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no way. So I made it through they did a 12-hour day. Made it through the fucking day. Went home. He's like, all right, you did good. I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, right? Get home. I wait a couple hours, and then I call him. I said, thank you for the opportunity. But that shit's not for me.
Sir. Yes,
and
sir.
all he told me on the phone, he just laughed. He's like, yeah, it's not for everybody, but I respect you that you made it through and you called me.
Yeah. Real shit.
Shout out Sergio, bro. Sergio Garcia. Same shit, bro. I was like in between jobs, just needed something to work with my school, and I knew his dad was a tile. He laid tile, so I was like, "Your dad will fucking hire me." He's like, "Yeah, man, if you want to work." He goes, "But same shit, you know, like if you're a piece of shit." And I was like, "Well, I'll work." Dude, the first day on the job, he fucking gave me the little, what's that called? The
waxer thing?
To break
the
yeah.
jack,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, to break the
Jack
tile.
hammer.
The gun though,
Yeah.
but the gun one.
The hammer drill.
Yeah, and I had to break up a whole like around the swimming pool where they put all that little gravel rock with the cement. I had to break all that shit up. So of course I don't want to be a little bitch. It's my first day. I fucking knock it out big time. And it was like, we're gonna leave you here, get as much as you can done. We'll come back. Dude, they didn't come back till way later. And they probably fucking forgot about me. So they come back, and I've been sitting down for like an hour. I'd finished it. I'd fucking like all-star pro MVP that shit because I didn't want to be looked bad upon. So then they were like, "Oh fuck, you finished this?" I was like, "Yeah, I fucking finished it." And they're like, "Well, you know, the day's done. We'll fucking take you back to your car and bounce." I get home and like you said, dude, like I couldn't wipe my ass. I couldn't even fucking wash my hair. And I thought long and hard, and I was like, this is not for me. This just is not for me. So I called Sergio. I was like, man, I'm not being a little bitch, bro, but I'm not going to show up tomorrow because this shit just ain't for me. He's like, yeah, that's some hard shit, dude. He was like, my dad don't. My
Did
dad.
you pick up your check?
I think he even brought it to me. Yeah.
I didn't go for the check, man, and they mailed it to me like 2-3 months later.
Yeah.
They just
Y'all could keep
I
it.
just
Yeah.
never went because I was too embarrassed
I feel you, bro.
to go over there and be like, it's, you know, I already had told him it wasn't for me. You know, I respect the opportunity and shit, but I just couldn't go for because, you know, when I was there, they're giving me shit. I was young.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, go get the brick stretcher, and I'm over there fucking looking for a brick stretcher like a dumbass. You know what I mean? And
The
then,
blinker fluid.
yeah, and then the dude would be like, go back, bro. Think about it. There's no fucking brick stretcher. I'm like, fuck. But I'm trying to hustle.
Yeah.
That's how it
And then
was,
when
bro.
they took lunch, you know, my thing was to make sure everybody's area was full with mud, right? So when they took lunch, man, and you know my job was clean and all that shit. They took lunch. I didn't take lunch because I felt like I was so far behind that I was trying to catch up during lunch. And I was like, there's no way I could do this. It's fucking hard as fuck. I'm gonna starve.
It's like it's gonna
I
stop.
can't take lunch.
I'm gonna be malnourished.
Yeah, because I ain't shit. I can't take lunch. I can't even beat my meat.
I saw that. I think it was on TikTok. It was a clip of like my 600-pound life, right? And he tells that doctor, like the doctor's like, you've only lost so and so and so and so, and he's on his ass about not losing weight, right? And he tells the doctor, well, I don't want to be malnourished.
He's like, we're past that, sir.
Dude, have y'all watched that? Can y'all watch that show and eat?
I don't watch that.
It
show,
makes me want to
period.
work out. I'll bullshit aside. Like,
I
when
don't.
I
You don't
watch
I don't watch it.
I don't watch
I
it
used
either.
to watch the 1,000-Pound Sisters.
the sisters,
Any
yeah.
of them?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I could not eat. And, right? And Angel will put it on sometimes.
That was your motivation.
Yeah, whenever she comes out of the cave,
I'm not hungry no more.
we call the basement her cave. Like whenever she comes out of the cave, so her rare appearance to the living with us, she'll put it on. She'll be like, check out what happened. And I'll be eating something in the living room, and she'll put it on. I'm like, fuck, man. Fucking fat bitches fucked up my fucking food. And she knows I can't eat food once I put it away from my view.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be eating other people's shit. I think it's fuck.
Yeah.
Now I'm older. If the food leaves my sight
You're
for
good.
so long, I can't eat
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I can't. So I put it up, and I'm like,
But what
fuck.
if it's your food and you put it in the microwave?
Same
You
thing.
still won't
I
fuck it?
just-
Once it's
I don't
out of
know
your
why
sight.
it's once out of my sight.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
can't.
eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and I know nobody fucked with it. I'll start eating it. It gives me oscal. I'm like, fuck.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know why.
But yeah, that show, man.
I'm
I've
too
seen.
poor to do that shit. I'm
I've seen.
like,
Yeah, I've seen a meme where it said, "Have you ever watched a episode of 600 Pound?" He's like, every one of them is single. I mean, not single.
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
he's like, they all have relationships.
And they're all
like,
skinny.
For real, bro. It's like
yeah. Well, they said it was a fetish, right?
some
The
people.
black
Yeah.
guy.
So I saw he's like, go ahead and eat that cake, sis.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah, some people love big girls, man. My tia was a big Hispanic lady, and
Some of you dudes is big girls.
but she always had skinny Mexican dudes. Of course, you know, Mexico, they like them big girls. But yeah, but watch it.
love
To answer your question, I won't. I'll watch it, and it'll make me go walk, make me do some push-ups, and it's not even disrespectful to them, but
It don't motivate me like that.
no.
I
When
don't.
see people
I just
walking
don't
in my
watch it.
neighborhood, I just shut the door.
You're not gonna ruin my day.
Turn off my cameras for the front beeping.
I don't need that negativity in my
Because
fucking
I have it
life.
open, right, and shit like that. And once it starts getting dark, you know, people are exercising, walking, you know, because I live close to the park.
You say I don't need that negative energy.
And then I was like, I'm watching, she's like, you want to go for a walk? I'm like, no.
Do you know me?
Yo, do you feel the air conditioning in here?
You must be thinking of your other fucking dude. Right? Thinking about that other motherfucker. But I'm like, nah, and I watch him and be like, when Cat Carter was there, like, damn, bro, you don't motivate you? I was like, fuck no,
Fuck
just
that.
shut the door.
Do you think that it's your job, your work?
I think so. Because I feel like
You're out there in the element all day.
You're always
it's
working out.
definitely
yeah.
not the same as working out, but I'm just, when I get home, I just want,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Just
when I
wind
get
down.
home, when I get home, I got to write up estimates and have Amanda send them off. But
Yeah.
I got to tell her exactly what to say.
Yeah.
If I put like stupid shit, she'll just copy it and she'll put it and send it. Just it can say these stupidest shit on it. She'll just send it. Well, that's what you said. I'm like, so I got to make sure everything is good.
Yeah.
And so I got to do all the invoices and she'll send them off. Then I got to get all the estimates and then they send it
So
off.
your
They
work
give
day's
it-
not done when
Yeah, so
you're-
I'm doing all that, but
Yeah.
I want to sit down and do that.
Yeah.
And then, because when I get off, we got to make Sam's before they close me an Angel to buy stuff for the restaurant.
Restaurant.
You
Yeah.
ain't trying to walk.
Yeah, I'm trying. I walked all day.
Yeah. You're all still got to go to the goddamn Sam's. Yeah.
But I
no.
do, man. I'll be watching them walk outside. I'm like, shut the door. Angel! I'm all lazy. Call her from downstairs. She comes up, what? Shut the door.
Oh, shit. Fucking so
Real quick before we leave, we always talk about our generation and like the previous, did they miss out on shit? But real talk, like we talked about how sensitive and like just bullying and all kinds of shit. Do you think like, cause us, like we'll rag the fuck out of each other and roast the shit out of each other, but we're boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think they do that? The
I think
younger
they take it
generations?
personal, man. They take it way personal than we did. Because I think like some of us would go home and be like, man, they're giving me shit today, but we, like you said, we knew we're partners and brothers. Nowadays, a lot of these kids, man, they put their what we would do as a diary. They put it on their emotions on Facebook, so you
So
can't.
you don't even think that they do that though.
Yeah, no, they don't. No, I don't think they.
I don't think so.
I really don't. You know, I don't know. You might ask your boys. You know,
Because I that's why I'm asking, because I see them and they do that.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Like they
But they-
give each
Yeah,
other
they
shit.
do.
How old
And
is
they're
23,
21, and then they're all 20. One of them in the group is 21,
Yeah.
and then the rest.
There are
of
some
them
good,
are 20.
but there are a lot. They do. I've only met them a few times, but they do remind me of us when we were
Yeah.
younger. So maybe it's different because who his stepdad is, and maybe their dads are similar. But I've seen Genesis, some of her friends she grew up with, they were a lot more sensitive, man. And again, I didn't know their personal stuff at home.
Yeah.
And maybe they were going through some stuff that they couldn't handle. But a lot of them do get offended, man. They'll end friendships over, giving.
Or maybe it's a girl thing.
Maybe.
Because Angel and them are like they're real sensitive
Maybe,
about
yeah.
because her friends will come over and I'll just like have names for them.
Yeah.
Just
That's what I do.
Off the wall, because she'd be like, "Oh, that song's on." Yeah, fuck, this is her name.
Yeah.
You know?
That's not her name no more.
Hey, Joanna man coming over and like, to the movies, and she'd be like,
Joanna.
she's like, "Don't be
And we
like
hate
that."
it when our parents did that
For
shit.
real.
We hate it, and you're doing the same
I'll
shit.
do it, man. And she's like, they're like, "Why do you come up with this shit?" I'm just like,
Joanna, man. That's badass.
El marihuano's outside. Mom, that's Thomas.
Same thing.
That was my name. Oh shit.
You
Yeah,
think that?
I think it's kind of what he said. It's a girl and a boy thing.
Yeah.
My daughter, all her friends, like, I'll try to conversate with them and I'll throw some jokes in there, and they'll kind of just look at me like,
Yeah.
just fucking say that.
Yeah, true.
And I'm like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
say something back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like attack me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
attacking you, so you.
It's a joke.
There's like some riffraff
Yeah, yeah.
there. And
But what
nah.
about your nephews?
My nephews? They're different. They grew up a little different.
Yeah,
and they're like
you're
that.
right.
Like
Yeah.
I can clown on them, and I'm never the funniest dude.
Yeah, you're
that's
right.
cool.
You're
That's
right.
cool.
Because they
Nephews.
did.
They grew up very different.
So it might be a
Maybe.
girl guy thing because your boy does it.
Yeah, but they go hard on each other, bro. Like, fucking, they
Like,
hate each other.
It'll almost make you feel like, oh.
Yeah.
They're
Awkward.
gonna fight or
Like,
somebody's gonna
shit,
cry.
yeah.
Somebody's
And
gonna
then
cry.
they'll start laughing, and you'll be like, oh.
Yeah,
My
they-
girls.
My daughters get on each other. Like they'll talk about each other's weight, or of course when Genesis first came out, gay. My middle one, that's a lot like she would talk stuff about Genesis being gay all the time. Or she'd be like, "That's why Dad doesn't like me because you're gay." And I'm like, "Dude, I love my daughter." She's like, "Right, Dad, she's the disgrace of the family." I'm like, "Lil, you can't tell your sister that crap." So they get on each other, but I don't think with friends, because my middle one would be like, "This girl said this about me," or that. I say, you talk about the what'd you say with his doubled up cheeks and shit, But my girls do get a
Double cheeked up.
double cheeked up.
I'm doing their senior portraits, right?
yeah.
And she's talking about her boyfriend being half black, right?
Yeah.
And then her sister was like, "Man, we're a racist family." And then she's like, "Well, he's half black, so we're only half racist." And like they're talking shit to each other, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, Thomas did badass with these girls, man.
They're
'Cause,
And then they're roommates in college. I'm gonna get an email pretty soon about them fighting, but it's cool because they're roommates. They're I guess dorm mates are a set of sisters that fight with each other too. So I was like, good, y'all have something in common. But yeah, they give each other shit and talk about each other's hairlines or. Yeah, they do, bro. They talk shit all the time, and of course, my middle daughter, she's a little.
they go ham on each
Oh,
other.
they do, bro. They're bad, bro. They talk shit, but yet one of their friends talk bad about them. They'll have each other's back, and I'll whoop her ass for talking. I'm like, man, you treat your sister like shit, but that's the way it should be, I guess.
Yeah.
They go,
But I got her back.
I got her back. Only I can call her fat. That's how my brothers were. Anybody call me fat, they would whoop their ass. But at home, I was the fat ass, and you fat piece of shit. And they're like, don't you let nobody call you fat. I'm like, you call me
You're
fat.
like, eating with this. No.
Eating a family pack by myself. I'm not fat.
Look at this, dude.
That's the guy that quit.
No, this motherfucker, bro.
That's the dude
All
that
week,
quit.
Wouldn't answer my phone calls, right? Wouldn't answer my phone calls. I had him on the side job. Wouldn't answer my. And then I'd be like, he'd be like, "Hey, I'm sorry I'm late, because I gave him a side job.
Yeah.
Can you call the homeowners and let them know I'm on my way?" And I'm like, "All right." So I'll call him. Then I'll call like 3 hours later. I was like, how's it going? Oh, I haven't made it out there.
Oh,
yet."
God,
Fuck.
dang.
So he kept doing that, right? So I was like,
that.
fuck, man.
He's coming from Houston.
So I was like, okay. So today, I guess he needs money. He went in there and knocked it out, supposedly. I haven't seen it. I've already given him half the money.
Damn.
I haven't seen it. I don't trust this motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
So now he's called me 8 notification calls, 5 text messages.
Chingo.
And one of the messages I saw, because you can see some of it, not
Yeah.
the whole thing.
He
it was-
screenshotted you his
was
Cash
like,
App.
He was like, need $100 to feed my dog. I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck is this, Big Red? What the fuck is your dog, bro?
Is it Clifford or what?
Yeah, damn.
Did he do a side job too?
Damn. But, you know, it blows my fucking mind.
That's
like,
crazy, bro.
Wouldn't answer my shit, but now blowing up my shit.
I'm grateful for the generations that we had. Our uncles or our parents teach it. My Theo did your type of work, and he showed me how to work. Yeah, it's just I'm grateful for when I have somebody ask me to do a job. I don't see how people can take advantage of it or make excuses and then expect to still have that same leniency or that grace.
I always say, give me the same energy
Yeah.
you came for me
Yeah.
for something. I want that when you give it back. Like money, job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't, like, hey, man, you got any work for me?
Yeah.
All like, you're going to do badass, and I give it to you. Come back with your fucking...
Same energy, bro. Yep.
Or when you borrow the $100, don't make me go look for you, but ask you for it.
I hate asking for your money back.
Yeah.
Like, I just fucking hate begging for your own money.
Shit.
On that note, man, you got any shout outs, brother?
Oh man, not really this week. Just shout out to my girls as usual, man. Lillian, Elizabeth, and Genesis. Those are that's the reason I keep going. So shout out to my babies.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out to the guy who diddled me.
The first
meet
one.
again.
The first
Meet
one,
again one day.
The first one.
You were gentle.
The bandit. The bandit.
The booty bandit.
The booty band.
Shout out to you, man. You're a real one.
Cisco,
Yeah,
any
just
shout
my
outs?
wife and kids, man.
yeah.
Shout out to my wife and kids.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Dan House, Brad Bubba Vaughn,
Oh yeah.
Joe Delgado, Xavier Solis. When I was giving out my shout outs a few weeks ago, I forgot them, man. And much love to them.
Yeah.
Much love to them. The show loves you guys. Man, of course, DJ Kipo. If you ever need any DJ servicing on the ones and twos, that guy is the man to holler at. No budget, too big, too small.
Yeah.
He'll give you a real good deal on some Coca-Cola products that fell off the back of the truck.
Allegedly.
Bean burritos.
Yeah. Good
That's a
people, man.
lockdown on those.
He's got the lockdown.
And go get your breakfast from Tigre Burrito.
Yes.
Hook that motherfucker up. Tell him the JP Lopez show sent you. And Patriot Paint and Construction, guys. Till next time, man. Rate some bucks!
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. This episode is brought to you by DJ Kipo. DJ Kipo handles all things like weddings, quinceañeras, anniversaries, and graduations. He's good at what he does, keeps the party going. And hit him up on IG, TikTok at DJ Kipo 806. Once again, that's DJ KEEPO 806.